Alright, this is Randalicious. Welcome to the 13th Hexis podcast. In the description, there is a link where you can fill out a form, submit some topics or anything like that. But I'm Randalicious, and I'm the leader of Hexis.
Trance, general in Hexis.
I'm Matto. I'm rank 1 lowest skill XP.
Hi, I'm Trickool. I'm the notorious collector of tea, renowned runner of roofs, and the guardian preserver of the old school feel.
Aubrey, going to be rank 69 to max.
Alright, guys, so how about that corp invincibility glitch?
You go ahead and explain that, Randy.
So, apparently this glitch, from what I saw on a video description, was if you had a Grand Mal in your inventory, and if you attacked something, and you tried to log off before it attacked you back, it made it to where you were pretty much invincible. You couldn't get attacked. Like, people were able to stay in pest control games for a week, kill corp without getting attacked, and shit like that. And it would work for like the duel arena as well. But really, really unknown glitch. Been in the game for about 4 months or so. But how about that glitch, guys?
Yeah, anybody, apparently that one guy had 30 accounts botting corp using the instance corp thing, so nobody would see him, and he never got hit by corp, so he just stayed in there for a week at a time on all his accounts, and he claims he made 40 grand Rua trading, but my opinion is it's such an obscure glitch. It's not really fair to get mad at the QA testers. If you're gonna get mad at any JMod, you should get mad at the guy whose job it is to catch Rua traders and botters.
I guess to me it's kind of just surprising that it took 3 months for them to figure it out, but I don't really know how their systems work, so I don't want to criticize too much, but I guess it's probably one of the biggest money-making exploits that I've really heard of.
I've never heard about the glitch until now. Is it just out, or?
Well, it's fixed now. That's why I guess the public knows about it.
Returning Wilderness made a video with the guy talking about it.
Apparently it's been patched for a while, but Jagex never said anything about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't if that was the case. That's a pretty big fail. But yeah, as Trance said, it's a bit big. Yeah, it's a big wide. If a Q&A tester had to actually test that with every weapon and spec weapons, pretty sick. But I don't know how someone would actually find that glitch.
Yeah, it was really obscure, and I think to go ahead and blame John C. is a bit ignorant to do so, because there's more than just him responsible for the glitches, the result it's had on the game. But probably yes. Second as Matto, this is the first I've actually heard of it, but it's pretty insane. No point placing blame, but yeah.
I think
I wonder what the price of an Ellie would be without this glitch.
Yeah, I wonder that too.
I think that the bug is huge. I probably would have done the same thing if I were in his shoes and had the ability to make 40K. That's just insane. And he made it all in such a short period of time. He would have been able to make so much money had they not caught it. I don't want to say as soon as they did, because it was still in the game for a while, but he was real close to making a whole lot more money. The dude featured in the Return Wilderness video. So
I wonder if he got IP banned or something.
Deserve to, but
Get a new IP.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, so there's a lot of hype about this Dead Man mode. It got 90% and on a straw poll. And what are your guys' thoughts on it? Trance, you know a lot about it. Why don't you explain it?
I think it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna play it most likely, just because I don't I wouldn't want to play a game mode where you could just lose all your progress at any time. But I understand why somebody would want to do that. That's just not why I play. That's not why I play RuneScape. But it would be really cool to watch a stream or watch a video series of someone doing it. Like I would watch that shit all day.
Yeah, pretty much same for me. Like, I tried Iron Man mode and I did it for a while, for 2 or 3 months, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, this is a bit more extreme. But yeah, I wouldn't enjoy the game mode for personal use, but I would definitely like to see like YouTube videos and streams about it. I mean, it's quite interesting. It's a quite interesting concept. So
I think they could do a lot with it. Doesn't seem appealing to me. I think I would be too frustrated playing that kind of play style, but I think they could do a lot with it, and I'd be excited to see how well they could develop it.
Sounds like a cool enough game mode, but the whole lose your items, lose your stats thing is really flawed when it comes to this game because everything takes so long to get. I mean, if it was like another game that I've been told about that acted like this in normal game mode called Realm of the Mad God, that had the same sort of aspect to it, but everything was a lot easier to get in comparison to RS. I mean, you have to grind for hours on end to get best items and the best gear. Maybe not so much in PVM terms because you can just, go to sleep, but whatever. It still has its limitations, but especially when applied to this game, I think. But it'd be something I'd maybe watch, but I'd never see myself investing time into it, personally.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same way. I would never want to actually play it because the reason I like RuneScape is because you can't lose, like, at least XP. You can't lose XP, and it's nice to just, like, have progress that you continually build on. So I would never actually play it. I don't even like going into the wilderness and stuff like that, but it would be entertaining to watch, I think. I think it wouldn't really work the way they just proposed it, like, on the stream, though, because, as other people were saying, people would just die so quickly, lose all their stuff, and I don't think anyone would get very far. And if they did, they'd probably start, like, streaming, and then they'd get killed even faster. So I think it would have to have some form of better balancing so that
You'd
it was
have to
more
roll
possible.
with a clan doing all your training if you want to live.
Yeah, exactly.
but
It's just
maybe
something I don't think.
Make it like 10 times XP rate or something like that.
Fuck that. 10 times?
if you were to do like just normal, normal, what is it called again? Resource kills, then you don't have to die at all. So it could be interesting. Like you could have a lot of skillers in there and just have people that don't actually could possibly die because randoms aren't in the game anymore either. I don't know, it's quite interesting.
There was something on the tip of my tongue I was gonna say, but I forgot. Fuck. Alright, moving on. Logging out no longer resets the bank pin lockout timers. This is a huge win for account security. What other steps do you think Jagex can take to ensure our account security?
I mean, this step that they took for the bank pins is already very good. Because what's the reset for? Is it 1 day after you fill 3?
No, it's like 2 hours or something.
Okay.
Fail it again after that. I think it's longer that time.
But before you could just fail the pin twice, log off,
and relog,
log back in, and get 2 more tries.
I mean, it's near impossible to actually get it unless you have like 0000 or your birth date or something. But yeah, I don't know what other steps you can take to ensure the account security, but maybe you have like, I don't know, something to do with IPs that they can trace where you have been logging in from. I don't know if they already have that, but
they don't give a they don't give a shit about your IP.
No, exactly, but that's a possible step that they can take because due to account shares and stuff like that.
There is some sort of automatic locking system where if your IP changes too far in too short of a time, I think they do lock it. Sometimes I don't know how. I don't know if it's automatic or what.
Me neither. But
I think this is fantastic. Considering the bank pin literally is the final line of defense on your account. If someone gets hold of your email, Authenticator doesn't do shit. You can disable it with 2 clicks if they've got your email. I think it's pretty wonderful that this is actually here. But at the same time, kind of surprised it took them this long, because it's sort of simple that you could try to log out, try to, and repeat. So maybe we'll see a reduction in people getting hacked, but I think as long as you have a bank pin, you'll be absolutely fine. As I said, it is the final line of defense.
Yeah, I think 2 more things they could do is, 1, make it so you have to use your authenticator to log into the website, and 2, put some sort of delay on removing the authenticator, like 24 hours at least.
Yeah.
I like
Because
that.
I tried to disable mine and I disabled it in like a click or 2. It's stupidly easy to get rid of, especially if they have your email. It's just silly.
I think one thing I'd like to see is the ability to add more numbers onto the pin, and the ability to start using like letters as well, to where it's like another password, not just a pin. And
Yeah.
not forced to set to have 4 numbers, like use anywhere between 4 to like 12 characters or something like that. Really make it another password to get into your bank.
Yeah, I think the changes are good. Honestly, I would rather they make it so that you could do just like 1 pin entry per 6-hour log or something like that, or like per I don't know, even like IP connection or something like that, so you don't have to enter your pin every single time you log in. Because I've honestly been tempted to turn off my bank pin just because it pisses me off so much, but
It's a dangerous road to go down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I turned mine off when I did Bibles and didn't turn it back on until about a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you have a 2-step on your email, then it's pretty hard to get hacked, but still, like, you never know. But I wish that you didn't have to enter your PIN every single time.
If they have your email, it's pretty easy to get rid of.
Yeah, but if your email has 2-step verification, then they have to have your phone to get into your email.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, so Jebram made a video with Drum Gun within the last week, and it showed Drum Gun's time played, and he had 2,015 days played. So that's a lot of time. What do you guys think?
That is a lot of time. Let me just quickly calculate.
It was like an average of
like almost 50,000 hours.
That's 5.5 years.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
5.5 years, and what? How long has RuneScape been out?
He said that
Since
he'd been playing for 9.5
Oh.
years, so he was averaging like 14.5 a day for 9.5 years.
That is
He's spent
sick.
over half his life in the past 9.5 years on ours.
Yeah, I believe that he has some sort of disease. I'm not quite sure.
No.
Nah,
Okay, I
He's
saw
has
that. That's what I
allergies.
thought.
he's very flexible with his work, he said in the video.
Yeah, I want to know what he
Okay,
does
okay.
for work. I want to get his job.
Yeah, but 2015 hours, days played. That is insane. I mean, that's probably the most in whole RuneScape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an insane achievement. I couldn't do something like that. I mean, yeah, quite. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's quite immense.
It's left
I couldn't imagine putting in so much time into a game over a span of 9 years.
Yeah, I think like he said, like the first year and a half, he was playing casually, and then like the past 6 years, he'd been playing like 18 hours a day, or something,
Yeah.
or 17 average-ish.
Fucking
So
crazy.
if you take out the first like year and a half, it's like closer to 17 hours a day.
Wow.
It's pretty cool, I guess. You never hear about anyone else on any other game doing something as well, investing as much time as he has into a game. So I'd say it's impressive, but at the same time, I wouldn't brag about it if I was the person holding this. But you know, if it's what he wants to do, what he wants to do. He seems like a really nice guy in the video, though. He seemed like a pretty down to earth,
Yeah.
friendly chapo.
I have a feeling that Jibram asked him to be on a video, though.
I think it's really
Yeah.
impressive how he's able to play that much. I respect that commitment so much. Although I don't think it's as that much. Like, there's people in old school with over 400 days played, and it's only been out for 2 years. So there's some other people that are like on pace to beat that. But I hope I don't ever come close to playing that much. Really respectable.
Yeah, I guess my thoughts is pretty similar to everyone else. It's crazy. I don't think I could ever do that just because I don't think I'll ever be in like a position where I could do that. I think the ideal thing for me would just be to be able to play maybe like 8 to 10 hours a day on average and then still like accomplish other things. But it's crazy that he's actually played an average of 17 hours over most of his RuneScape career.
Yeah. That's like however many hours of sleep a night. Jesus, couldn't imagine it. Really is very dedicated, very committed.
I wonder how much this person with the second most amount of time played has.
I think Trevor said he had like 1K days. I think there's people with more than that, though.
I'm sure there's...
Still no 1 billion.
No,
Oh
so
yeah, there's...
when he got 5 bill had like 1,096 or something.
Oh wow, it's...
Yeah, he made it in his 5 bill video. I think he showed his A log.
Damn. Someone might not even be close to him then.
Well, yeah, Drumgun was never known for really being efficient. He just played the game because he enjoyed himself whilst doing so.
Yeah.
But it's a hell of a commitment.
Yeah, no kidding. So, who is your guys' all-time favorite RuneScape video maker?
Don't really watch RuneScape videos anymore. But I remember one that I enjoyed from quite a while back was So Solid 2K, but he died and never made a video ever again. He's the guy who made the max hit videos and such from back in the day, and I remember I went around to one of my friends and he showed me it and he tried to make one and it was so shit, but it was just great to pretend you were him. I wish he'd make videos again, but yeah, I don't watch any other. I watch OT's One Man Army on occasion if I'm very bored, and the Hexis podcasts that feature me. I watch those. I don't watch the other ones. I don't care about those people. I like the sound of my voice too much to not watch the Hexis podcasts with me. Also got into the Solace podcast, which all right. No, I don't really watch anyone else.
Probably like Suomi. I like listening to his commentaries back in the day.
But some of the ones where he would just be AFKing and getting effigies and using the RuneScape chat box to type were pretty fun.
I remember those. I think mine would be RuneShark, to be honest. Back in like the glory days of RuneShark channel, I was like some of my favorite times of playing RuneScape, so I kind of remember them together with that, and they're just like really entertaining and always, I don't know, I even watched their Minecraft videos when I didn't play Minecraft just because I liked them.
Man crush.
A little bit.
I don't think I have a favorite person, but there's a lot of people that I like Jebram's videos. I like... Hey, Killers is very underrated. He's got a few 30-minute videos of him just talking. I think Ginge has some good videos too. I think those are the first three that come to mind for me.
King has one good video.
No, he has a few. The
Oh wait, that's also a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one. Where how about the one where it's just all of us saying agility over and over again? That was a good one. His FAQ was a good one.
Oh my god.
Stole that idea from me and he didn't credit me, the bastard.
The AHK one was good. I don't really have a favorite one. I just enjoy a lot.
Acid Soul's
If you
commentary
love
is really good.
satirical
Oh
nerds,
shit,
then why is he
Acid
saying
Soul.
trance?
Yes,
Yeah.
Acid Soul for sure.
For me,
Yeah.
back in 2009-ish, 2008, I used to watch Solid 2K, Castle Wars, and Zarfat a lot.
Oh yeah, Omastardo, I love that dude.
He
Yeah.
used to
So good.
stream a hell of a lot. He'd used
And
to do till it drops, and he'd stream until he'd kill a boss, he'd like mass a boss, and he'd stop the stream when he finally got a drop. I remember watching those.
yeah, for the past, I always watch Zarfat's videos. For me, they were an inspiration to efficient skilling back in the day. But right now, I'd have to say the best video makers of '07 would be Bodhi. I think Ask has some pretty good videos.
Oh yeah, ask.
I think the Trance has some good videos too. I like the O2 Zybas one, that's a good video. Aubrey has some pretty good videos.
Hey, thanks.
I'm waiting.
Trickool doesn't do anything good.
Ah, so mean. This is why I don't
don't know.
make videos. I just get bleed.
And Ranny, please make a grind
What
grind my
grinds
gears
my
video.
gears? 3.
Yeah.
I'm still collecting data before I put out.
Okay.
Collecting tape.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Oh yeah, Lellador's rambling videos are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great as well.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed Devrin's videos a hell of a lot at the start of '07. Just seeing the lead he had on everyone was ridiculous for anyone who did try to compete with him. He's got a 2-hour-long video of him fish one, drop one, the barb fish, rambling for the full 2 hours. It's a good video. Everyone should watch
Of course,
it and
he's
pick up
ticking
Devrin's.
the whole video, but yeah.
Huh?
Six ticking in that video.
Yeah.
Dropping too fast.
Yeah.
Catches a fish.
But, it was a good video, and it's something that made me adapt the sort of closed-minded, arrogant, ignorant, jabbering mindset that I hold very dearly to this day. I wouldn't change it. Ever.
Alright, someone had a question. They said, can Iron Man join Hexis? And yeah, they can. There are few Iron Men who have smileys in the CC. I don't expect any Iron Man to get the Rex and then apply, because I'm sure they'd rather hang out in an Iron Man community than with us. But if an Iron Man's got some good EHP and are getting some consistent gains, you're more than welcome to apply. And moving on, what are your guys' favorite Fashionscape outfits? Explain it in detail, top to bottom.
I like to keep it simple with just your favorite skill cape, bunny ears, and a scythe. No top and bottom, no boots. Just keep it simple.
I'm a complete a cunt, and I just copy Ging.
Yes.
Explain what he wears.
Yeah, mime, the staff of Steam. You can't really go wrong with that.
Alright, I got this. Chompy hat, 4K Chompy hat. Got the gold Castle Wars plate and legs.
Oh god, here
Got
we
an
fucking
Ellie or an
go.
Arcane. KQ pet, Infinity boots. Gloves don't matter.
Gloves
Battle
always
Battle
matter.
Stab, some shit like that. And Max Cape once it comes out. There you go.
And
That's my Fashionscape goal.
What would you have following you? Sorry.
KQ pet.
Nah, Clockwork Cat. Always the Clockwork Cat.
Nah. KQ pet's so much nicer.
what I've been wearing for a while is like a red hair, a big ass red beard, Santa hat, fire cape, graceful top and bottom, dragon boots, and a battle staff. I love
This
how
ode to the skilling statue, that is.
I love how it looks.
Randy is actually so dedicated to his Fashionscape outfit that he has a screen marker on his screen so he can't click the deposit all worn items.
Oh, I hate that. Having to spend
That's
like
not
an
a
extra
bad idea.
15 seconds going in the bank finding. I actually made a new tab like 2 weeks ago with like a placeholder graceful boots and a Santa for when I do still accidentally do it, but I hate depositing that shit on accident.
Do you have a place with D square too?
I don't wield a shield.
I thought you wore D square.
Have at times, but don't like it. It
I used to have that big hammer with the DFH.
oh that was
that was
awesome.
ugly. Oh, that was ugly.
That hammer is so big and
Oh,
unnecessary.
God, yeah.
The thing only weighed like 2 kilograms. It was huge.
You had that with the attack hood, Slayer cape, and full dragon. It was so. Ugh.
It looked nice.
It didn't. It really didn't.
But I've moved on and nice clean look now. Alright. Have bonds coming into the game affected you in any way? Not yet. When I run out of membership in like 14 months, I'll probably start using bonds for membership, though.
I'm considering using bonds. I haven't really decided yet. I mean, they're 1.1 mil, which isn't really that bad.
It's really cheap.
I don't know. Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, I'll probably start using them for membership once my membership runs out in like a month or two. I haven't really like seen any specific effects as far as like high scores and stuff like that, but I don't really know. It'll probably take longer for us to see much if anything happens.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like if we see crazy people buying like crazy amounts of money for fast XP methods or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
For me, it has changed because I don't have to pay in real life money anymore for membership, which is quite enjoyable. But no, I haven't seen any difference as in where's Sabri said too.
I think it was nice that when you complete Varrock Elite, you just get those stabs daily.
Yeah.
Your membership is free, really.
You can pay like 2 or 3 accounts membership with that.
Mm-hmm. Although battle stats have dropped down a
enjoyable,
little bit in price, so
Oh yeah. Probably
It saves
still like 2.
saves like a half a bottle of whiskey every month, so I'm quite happy with this update.
well,
Not affected me yet. Don't know if they will.
alright. Are there any players that inspire you? The person who submitted it said, for example, someone like Zarfat.
Zarfat? Not really, because I never watched his videos back in the day, and by the time I started playing old school, he had deleted them all. But like Suomi and Drebim, I just like listen to their commentaries talking about skilling and stuff.
Yeah, very much Jebrim. As I mentioned earlier, the start of old school, I watched a lot of his videos as he was making his progress videos to Max, and they were pretty great, so I picked up his sort of mindset and quote-unquote morals on how to play the game. Acid Soul's commitment also inspires me in a way. I still think that his even a year on, no one has beaten his achievement of Turamil mining. And he's come back to go and do Turamil agility, which is kind of cool. I respect his commitment, and that sort of inspires me, I guess. But yeah, mainly Jebrim. I love Jebrim.
Jebrim Love Fest.
I love him. It's great. Everyone should watch his videos.
I would say one player that probably inspired me a lot was 07 Green Wave. He was a great guy. Was ranked like 6 or 7 EHP at the time that he was false banned. Also Acid Soul.
For me, it's not really a specific player. It's mainly just the people around me, my environment, like Hexis and Yeah, Hexis is a really good motivation since 2013 for me. And I'd have to say that... What? Mate.
Oh, you're so
I'd
sweet,
have to
Matt.
say that K-Says really supports me, that has been really supportive in like the last 6 months. Yeah, I don't know, basically.
Yeah, I don't think I have like I can't really think of a specific player like right away that inspired me, I guess. I don't know. I play the game sort of for personal enjoyment, I guess, and I don't really like compare myself to other people a lot. But I guess recently I've been checking up on the time to max quite a lot and like seeing how I'm gonna come in terms of like max ranking and stuff like that compared to other people. And I've been trying to push myself as much as I can. But yeah, I guess being in Hexis also, because, you know, you're around a bunch of people that are high level and doing a lot of skilling, so it kind of makes you want to do the same thing.
I definitely agree with that as well, going with what I said previously. Because, just, yeah, the environment and everything, and the fact that a lot of the people I was with, and people who were around me were going for max, it was just motivation to remain competitive and get to max at the end of the day, really. I thought it was pretty great. And now that we're all max, it's weird. It's time for the new wave of players to cast us down and take the spotlight.
Alright, what are your guys' thoughts and hopes for Zaya? It's a lot of content, possibly a lot of bugs going with it, and the devaluing of skills.
I don't want to go on a bitchy, moan, whinging, macro efficiency ramble, but
But you're still about to.
I'm still going to, yeah.
Whinging.
Well, it's become evident from previous bugs that the QA team and other teams involved in the development process are not cut out, and I definitely would hope that with microtransactions in the game that some of that money is getting reinvested back into the game, whether it be through the servers or whether it be hiring new developers, new QA testers, etc., to help make this a sort of more smooth transaction with Zaya. I want it to feel like it's supposed to be... Yeah, transition, sorry. I want it to feel like it's there. I don't want to hear about trance music pickpocketing ogres for 500k, thieving an hour and not telling anyone about it. I also don't really give a shit about my skills getting devalued because I don't give a shit. I know that I work for my XP. I work very hard for my agility XP. It's a very click-intensive skill. But yeah, I just hope we get another dev or whatever the hell else, just so we it's a lot smoother and there's not as many bugs as we've seen in the previous couple of months.
Yeah. My thoughts about Zaya is please no, I don't want it in the game. Let's just keep it the way it is. Because I mean.
Oh shit! It ruins the old school feel. I forgot about that.
Yeah. The preserver.
Did someone PM you that and tell you to say that?
No, it was a shocking revelation.
But yeah, for me, my thoughts is good English.
Thoughts is.
But fuck you, Tricky. I think it will mess up a lot of skills. But I mean, if you had like a big achievement before Zaya, I mean, everyone still remembers as Soul's achievement that he did it with water skins and with the room pick and without the model up mine and everything. But I mean, it will devalue skills. Of course, it's gonna happen. It's but if you had good achievements before, people will still remember them as how you did them. Games change over due time. It's how do you say that?
Inevitable process, maybe.
Yeah, inevitable. Yeah. But my hopes for Zaya is that it's not gonna be devalued a lot. But yes, I'm contradicting myself right here. But yeah, my hopes are that a lot of skills won't get devalued, especially runecrafting. I'm quite scared for runecrafting, but...
Or Ats, they're going to take another dig at him. First devalued his farming, now devalue the RC.
Yeah.
Has it passed the poll? Have they polled it?
I don't know.
It passed with 92%.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh god, you're all scum.
Yeah, I can't lie, man. I can't wait to find some bugs. I mean, not bugs.
I just said
can't wait to
to
find
get
some
banned.
features. I can't wait to find some features, guys. There's gonna be a lot of features. There's gonna be a lot of features.
I'll make some videos about them.
And whether or not I tell people is, it's my business. So.
Said it was a bug.
Exactly, dude.
Trance.
Huh?
When you were pickpocketing heroes, were you purposely avoiding my world? Because
He was purposely avoiding everybody. Hey, I was doing a quest, getting a quest or getting some achievement diary shit done, and I saw Trance just pickpocketing some heroes. I thought he was about to teleport out.
Almost tabbed, dude. But I was like, Carrie's telling me the minimap, no point.
Try to be secretive.
I thought I was done. Like tail between the legs, like asshole quenched.
My hope for Zaya is just that they take their time to make it. I'm totally fine with it not even coming out within the next year. I saw on Twitter that Reach wants there to be people testing it at RuneFest. I think that would be great. All the people that are there, and they'd really be like a QA tester for that amount of time that they'd be playing. Players are the best QA testers because of how many of us there are.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Old School has the capabilities to do beta servers, but like the RS3 beta was a huge success in terms of finding out what was wrong and what was good with the RS3 before they even launched it. I don't think Old School can do that. It's a huge engine job to have like a separate server and everything, and copy your character over. They can't even do that, I don't think.
Yeah.
All right, I know this is probably 20 minutes late, but when I said there was something that was on the tip of my tongue, it was when we were talking about that dead man mode. Like, if you die, all your stats get reset. They can't roll back stats right now, so is that something they'd have to figure out before?
No, well, they can reset it to 1. They just can't set it. They can't set it. Like with RS3, like every so often, maybe like every time you log out, it saves. I think it saves your character in a way, so they can always roll it back to the last save.
Okay.
They could delete everything and set your character to 1.
Yeah, my thoughts on Zaya, getting back to that if we're done. Basically, it sounds really cool, but I think that it's probably going to be really unbalanced because as much as I'd like to say, like, oh, they'll probably do a good job balancing it, they haven't done a good job balancing most of the updates they've done, especially recently things like Sora, so in a way I kind of doubt it, especially since it's already passed a poll, so they don't really have to, like, I don't know, I hope that they poll individual things in Zaya, but yeah, I don't really mind if it takes a long time for it to come out, and I think that it will. I'm kind of worried that it's going to be, like, 50k an hour, like, profit with, like, double bloods or some shit like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't care how long it takes them, to be honest. It's not a thing that's first thing on my mind. I'm just wondering when Roe and Caviar are going to take priority over Feathers and Offcuts. That was a really good suggestion on Reddit.
They pulled it.
No, that was offcuts over Feathers.
Oh.
Roe and Caviar, so you can't 3-6 fish anymore.
Alright, so what do you guys think about the XP rates at Motherlode Mine now? It can be about 50k XP per hour with the new expansion. Do you guys like the expansion, dislike it? What do you think?
This goes off what Aubrey was just saying about balancing things, and whereas I would argue that the Mudload Mine was relatively balanced with the whole not as click intensive with a slight GP reward compared to really click intensive to no XP GP reward. I thought it was alright balanced. You have to be a lot more patient to do 10 hours of Motherlode than 10 hours of Quarry. I always found that Motherload required a lot more thinking than mindlessly clicking rocks, but I don't really know what to think this, to be honest. I could moan and say my achievement's been devalued, but I don't really care. I guess it's just something that's happened. I don't know if it was intended to give such a significant increase in XP. I'm not sure what it was prior to this. Maybe 44k tops. Increase it by
57.
5-6.
47.
Really?
Yes.
Alright, well it's a slight increase, but yeah.
Was the 47k, is that based off the Valley Shield giving you more Rune Door?
Yes.
I was going off the one in the best of best on Luckiest on the offsite with the 44k hour off either Randy or Jicklin, I think it was.
Yeah, it was before Diary, so.
I did a 47k with someone repairing the wheels for me like a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much about Motherload Mine. I'm probably never going to do it more than I have to unlock things with nuggets, but, you know. I mean, granted, it's almost 80k an hour now, I think, so granted, it's gone up to
80k an hour.
75 max.
Well, if they make it work for Stenson, it'll probably be more than that. But yeah, I mean, it's like 75 then. It's still a lot faster than it used to be.
Oh
so
my
both of them
god.
have gone up.
You know, seeing this expansion, it's really got me thinking like how overpowered the load would have been if you remember in their original devlog for the achievement diaries, they intended on the Varrock plate working for pay dirt, and it was an extra boost to the XP from the pay dirt. Then they ended up changing the XP boost and made it so the Varrock plate wouldn't work, but had they added all of that in, load would be maybe 55k an hour now. That would be
I'm glad they didn't do that.
A lot of XP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that model of mine should be 50k an hour at 99. It's too much. I mean, with effort, you can get 70k plus at mining granite, but 50k semi-AFK is a lot, and it's after the Valley Shield and the Varrock armor and shit like that. It's just
the Varrock doesn't work for it.
Oh, it doesn't work.
John wanted it to.
But it's too much for a semi AFK, and it's also really good profit. I mean, it's a good thing for Iron Man, but
it brings back the whole balance aspect.
But the only upside about Motherload Mine and that it's been increasing is that it gets ores in the game, and thus also bars for smithing. But I don't think it should have been the XP shouldn't have been this high.
Yeah,
and that's gold rewarding. Be rewarding.
Because if the clay packs were still tradable, it probably would be more efficient to do Motherload Mine now with the 50k an hour and however much GP an hour. It'd be efficient to do it if they'd remain tradable. So
yeah,
it's getting scarily close to becoming an efficient route to the path to take, even, which is something I wouldn't encourage.
Yeah, it's probably just a bit too fast, but there's really nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna nerf it. But
if the sandstone does get added to the Varrock plate body, then
that's arguably a bug.
I've seen a lot of people on Twitter asking about that, and they just, from what I've seen, they haven't been addressing any of the tweets about it. Is there any word on that?
I think no. Well, Ash said ask Reach, and Reach didn't reply. But
come on, Reach.
The new level in Motherload Mine. I think that should have been the diary reward.
I
the diary
agree.
reward is a shortcut, which no one uses because they need to go upstairs.
Yeah.
I think that should be switched around. Like the shortcut should be nuggets, and then upstairs should be elite Valley.
I agree. They really didn't think that one through. Alright, has RuneScape created any habits for you? If not, do you have any RuneScape habits?
What does this mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Take it how you want.
You answer it first, and then I'll thingy off it. I'll take my interpretation off it.
I guess for me, it has been that every time I don't get XP, I think about getting XP. I don't know if that's a habit. Like, every time I'm not, like, actually playing RuneScape, I think about the XP that I could have been getting, but other than that, I really don't know.
I tend to procrastinate a lot more than I used to. So putting off assignments and what have you, I put that off as much as I can. And probably sleeping less is a habit. Also, when I get home from school, I run, put the kettle on, and do a poo at the same time just to be efficient, doing two things at once.
True.
I don't really know if it's created a habit for me. If I didn't play RuneScape, I'd be playing Xbox and I'd be playing it just as much. So I don't really know. I think it's hard to say that RuneScape has created a habit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been playing this game for so long that it's like, I guess the game itself is just a habit. Like, it's always a part of my day. It's always a part of, like, my week or whatever, just, like, thinking about whatever I'm going to do in game and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I guess so. Probably sleep less than I would if I didn't play, but I'd probably still just be sitting at my computer doing something else if I didn't play RuneScape.
Yeah. It's more of
yeah,
a background
I
activity
just-
for me.
I just remembered one thing. Every time I travel, I think about, like, how many hours it is
bitches.
till my goal or something, and just, yeah, fuck bitches, get money. But, like, I pull up my calculator on my cell phone, and then I just start calculating how much, like, money I have to get from rune crafting, or how many
I've
hours
done
it
that
is until I
once
do
whilst
that.
I've done that once whilst walking back from class, and I felt like
Yeah.
such a loser. I was calculating out how many hours I'd have to sleep to do a 100-hour week with school and everything. It was very sad.
I don't think it's sad, it's just really, like, if you have what's it called? I don't know, it's not motivation. Yeah, the motivation to, like, get everything done in this, like, in your day and plan out what you're gonna do. It's just, yeah, motivation that drives you. Something like that. I don't know.
I don't know if this is a habit. I mean, I definitely do less things in real life. Like, I honestly, some people eat out because they're lazy. I don't eat out. I don't eat out because I'm even more lazy. Like, I don't want to go to the store or go to McDonald's. I'll just like eat crackers or something.
Good old
What's up,
saltine.
Imagine living your lifestyle.
I don't know if that's a bad habit.
Granola
I mean,
bars?
it's better than eating McDonald's, I guess.
Yeah, I only go out to eat if I'm going with my girlfriend. Other than that, just like grab food at my house.
But like I try to save time in real life. Like even if I'm not thinking about RuneScape, I'll just try to like mow the grass faster. Like try to figure out okay, like try to like map out the most efficient route to mow the grass. I was thinking about last week.
Yeah, I do that too. With like anything I do, I try to
Or like
do it as
the most efficient
efficiently as I can.
route to get to Walmart and back. Something like
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Like I'll time myself when I go to Walmart. Because like I usually go to Walmart like 4 in the morning when no one's there.
That is very efficient. No lines.
You're that guy.
But yeah, also for like when I'm walking from point A to B in real life, I just think of like crossing the street. What would be more efficient? Where do I have to wait for traffic lights and shit like that? Just try to avoid as much as I can. What?
Try not to
Try not to backwalk.
Trying to back. Well, they fixed that. So.
Sometimes RuneScape logic will make its way into my real life logic when I'm doing something like backwalking. Like I don't know. Or, like,
Yeah, remember when you were little and you were mining bronze and tin? Just to get them bronze bars. Bronze and tin? What am I saying? Copper and tin.
Noob.
Cube.
Alright, so there is a rune crafting method a few people have been doing. It's
Oh God.
it's using lumberyard teleport and making lavas on the earth altar. It's about 10 to 15% more XP per hour than lavas on the fire altar. It's significantly more expensive, but what do you guys think about it?
Is it over 70k an hour then?
Yeah,
75, is it?
70 to
Jesus Christ.
75.
Wait, it's more than lavas?
Yeah, well, it
It
is
is lavas.
Oh,
lavas.
but
Lavas
it's-
are more than lavas.
it's lavas. You,
But so it's faster than lavas, but it's also way more expensive.
It's
That's-
like negative 12 to 1 GPXP. Because lumberyard, you have to use like 160 lumberyard teleports an hour, and they're like 3k each.
Oh wow.
Significantly more awkward as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the laps are a lot quicker, and you spawn very close to the altar, and there's trees everywhere, and you have to get off an Embiid before you enter. It's like I tried to do an hour of it, I couldn't even do it. I thought it's worth it.
what were you averaging when you were
Yeah.
doing it?
I got like 10 minutes to 75k.
Yeah, I guess if Trance can keep up with it, then I don't think it's gonna be a grave danger.
But like even if you keep up with it,
Crafting.
it's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that too. I mean, you would have to have like 2 or 3 alts, Zora alts, and then fucking would be efficient to do, and it's tedious to do. So I don't think this would be a danger to rune crafting or anything.
And there's a very limited supply of lumberyard teleports. I looked on
That
Earth, but
too,
there's only
yeah.
like there's less than 1,000 sold each day.
So you could only do it for 6 hours a day then. If you do not
Yeah.
already own the monopoly. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
think it-
hadn't actually heard about that before, but I kind of doubt people would do it unless lumberyard teleports start coming into the game a lot, which I don't think they would. But it's interesting anyways.
There was some motherfucker who PM'd a Ginge about this within the last week, saying like, "Do you think Trance would want to buy a room crafting method that's 70k an hour?" I don't remember dude's name, but if he watches this, he'll know it's him.
It was Yesk.
All right.
I actually know that guy. That's funny.
So there's sell this method for 1 mil.
I'd ask for more than a mil. Shit.
It's not that like, I don't know. Going back to Matt when you said it's not efficient for and you said like you'd have to use like multiple alts. That wouldn't really be the case. Like if someone did save runecrafting for last and used an alt for like 200 mil Slayer and other semi AFK things like that, even get a little bit in there for doing like wood cutting or fishing, just a little bit here, a little bit there, they would get more than enough money to be able to do lavas with lumberyard.
Then it would take you like 4 years to buy 800,000 lumberyard teleports.
it would take a long ass time.
I guess you could do it for a day record or something though.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
I'd like to see someone
Even
get
that
like
goes-
I'd like to see someone get a 2 mil day.
Yeah, they could
It's
definitely
just-
do that easily.
It's just awkward because it costs more. The scrolls are in short supply, and there's the whole laps are quicker, so the imbue's harder to get off. 12-second timer. So, whilst it would be cool, I don't really think it's worth it for the added
No.
sort of hassle, if you will.
I agree. Alright, so what do you guys think is the easiest record to get on CML right now?
Construction.
Like number 1,
Yeah. Like day, week, or month or something like that.
Construction for all three.
Nah,
I guess
the
Randy
herb
does
the
this a
herb
month
the
now, but-
herb week is less EHP.
Razor has the herb weak fuck's sake. Anyone can get it. You do 3 days of herbal and beat his week, sorry.
But yeah, with construction, Yukari posted a video. There was like 820k per hour with mahogany tables, which are arguably efficient. I guess now mahogany planks are going back up, but
I saw your
still
post
probably
on
efficient
Twitter
for a little
about
while.
that.
And
where
like,
are they
if
going
you
up,
did
by
that
the
for
way?
30 hour, you could do like a shit ton of XP. So, and the records are like I think like 13 or 14 mil or something like that per day. You could get way more than that.
Yeah, some dude, a Smiley in the CC beat my day like about a week ago.
About a week ago.
Hey. But yeah, if it was actually 800k an hour, you could do like a 24 mil day.
No one will ever do a legit 24 mil day.
Yeah, it's doubtful, but you could definitely do over a 20 mil day.
Yeah, 20. Yeah. The herb week is pretty easy.
The herblore month is 140 hours, which you could, if you could do that in 120 hours with the right potion with like Cerebrus.
Yeah, but the only thing
the
is...
The range month is only 34 mil. That's like 60 hours.
So who the fuck turns range?
Somebody will do it.
Yeah. I just think opening up this question to interpretation, the lack of quote unquote impressive records on the construction and prayer months. I'd like to see someone do what Vestal did with fire making with those. I know Lelador did plan on doing it.
187 mil.
But then he just bored and thingied, but and did 50 mil. But I think that'd be pretty cool to see it. I mean, not easy to do, but it'd be really cool to see someone do them. And it's something I know Vestal and Lelador said they wanted to try and do, but both of them pussied out.
Probably the easiest record to get on CML right now is Runecrafting Month. Kappa.
Well, Davas would be like 250 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you do it legit with Runecrafting, that's like one of the hardest ones to beat. But easiest, I don't know. Agility is pretty hard to beat. Thieving, what's thieving?
Fletching, if you had the supplies for fletching would be real easy.
I'm surprised no one beat Jerry's month and Jerry's week whilst they were doing fletching. To be honest, Jace came close, but he didn't beat it. Yeah, his overall XP week. No one beat it, even with all the nerds doing fletching. No one beat it. Yeah. Very surprised.
Hey, Jace came pretty close though, 81 mil.
Jace did come close, but he didn't beat it.
True. But yeah, I guess I would have to say construction. It's 13 mil right now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's like 20 hours, so that's pretty easy to beat.
Yeah, during my day I did like a 6 hour, and then I just dicked around for a few hours, slept for like 8 or 9 hours. So it's not the record anymore, but Dudu beat me, did this similar thing. It's really fucking easy to beat. Alright, do you guys have a preference for skills that are click intensive or more relaxed methods of training?
No preference. I mean, I like runecrafting, which is like medium intensity, and then I like agility, which is really chill, and whatever I feel like do. Like, I don't like one more than the other. I appreciate both sides of skilling in that aspect.
Yeah, I kind of prefer things where you at least have to click, like, medium, I guess, as Trance said. Like, runecrafting is probably one of my favorites, because it's, like, not just, like, spam clicking, like, arthritis, but it's not just boring. Because I found, especially recently, that I've, like, doing AFK skills, like, even just doing, like, 99 crafting, it's just so boring. I felt like I wasn't doing anything, and I had to find other things to entertain me. Like, I usually watch videos or listen to music in the background.
What kind of videos?
My own.
YouTube, Game of Thrones.
Hey, Game of Thrones, I'm
Uh,
excited for that tonight.
Did you watch the
oh
leaked
yeah, I've already
episodes,
watched through
Aubrey, or
episode
not?
4.
Uh, you guys are bastards.
I
I'm
couldn't resist.
I'm waiting to watch it on TV. I got like 10 people who come over for it, and I'd
Oh
rather
my god.
watch it with all those people than while doing construction or smithing alone.
Um, my preference for intensive skills. I don't really have any. I enjoy mining a lot, but I couldn't be like mining for a straight month straight. I guess. Like to switch it up. Like when I'm watching series, I like to do like rune crafting or fishing or whatever. Well, fishing not anymore, but agility, I guess. Stuff like that, just a bit more semi AFK. But when I get into a zone and listen to some trance music or something, or
Hey.
yeah, just that's what I like to do when I'm doing intensive skills. It just depends on my mood, I guess.
I'd agree with Trance in what he said, saying that I don't really have a preference, but I definitely feel as if it's sort of a given, if not expected, to put more effort into a skill if there's the XP reward, like quarry mining over motherlode mine, etc. Whether I have a preference, not really, but I did really enjoy construction, even though it was for only 3 days. I like the whole aspect of it was very much you against the game, and it was a case of build the door, remove the door, build the door, remove the door, take from the
To
bottom,
really do
repeat.
it on a touchpad, though.
I've done everything on a touchpad. There's not a single
Jesus
thing I did
Christ.
without a touchpad. I
That's
really want to make a
impressive, dude.
video of my hand cam doing manual prayer, because that was pretty fun with a
Yep.
touchpad. But no preference, but I think if you can put extra effort for extra rewards, you should definitely be encouraged to do that.
I don't really have a
Even
preference.
something as
If I'm watching a TV show, though, I'd be more likely to do something click intensive. Over the last few weeks, people know I've been doing construction. When I've been doing that, I've been watching TV shows. When I haven't, I've just been smithing. I don't know. I feel like watching a TV show really like it makes me put RuneScape in the background, and I'm able to kind of like zone out and not really have to focus on it as much. As long as I'm not quarry mining, I'm fine.
Lord King.
Alright, what is the coolest tip regarding efficiency that you guys can give? A tiny trick that helps EHP or AFK ability.
I guess. Does it have to be micro efficiency?
It could be whatever you want. Any advice.
micro or macro.
No, I'm not quite sure how I would give a tip on micro efficiency. It really has to depend on the skill, because every skill has their own micro efficiency aspect.
Throw something out there.
But
That's just going to be like 3-tick fishing. 3-tick fishing, dropping logs with a tin box, toss wood cutting, and things like that.
yeah, I think so. But that's tick manipulation. I wouldn't really. Yeah, I don't know. But for let's say like rune crafting, if you have like the right click option and you once you see the message, you automatically like have the right click option already in your screen for going to the net altar, and stuff like camera rotations, having that the closest towards your inventory, or right click the banker instead of the booth, all that kind of stuff. But for macro efficiency, I would say just do fishing first, then agility, then mining, then rune crafting, and then do whatever you like. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I guess. Well, since I'm doing Slayer right now, I'll say something about Slayer. Getting double hits with the cannon is something that I see hardly any people really try to do, and it makes such a big difference.
It's the easiest thing to do, but no one does it.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, like, once you understand how it works, it's really not that difficult at all, and it makes a huge difference with Slayer as far as their XP rates and stuff. So, I guess I'm looking forward to putting out a lot of videos explaining how to do double hit spots for different tasks, but yeah, that's one thing for Slayer. And also, just don't do Slayer when you're poor. That's another one.
Yes. If you're not using piety, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
I think most of the prominent micro efficiency methods have already been outlined, so that's like 3-tick fish, dropping with a box, double hits, etc., etc. But something for macro efficiency, I cannot encourage Magic Imbue enough. It's something everyone should do whilst they're doing everything that you can do it with. I've got an extra 14 mil Magic XP from imbuing the past 50 mil agility, and I don't see why people who do agility don't fucking imbue. It's stupid not.
Exactly.
Fucking Kaiman, you sack of shit, imbue.
Holy shit.
Oh, calling you out.
I'm calling him out. He's 100 and whatever mil agility, and he's never clicked an imbue spell in his life. He's wasted his fucking...
That is not mentally challenging, honestly. I would say
I
click
hate
imbue 3
it
times.
when people don't do it.
Yeah, it's 3 extra clicks per lap.
Yeah, that's
Don't
mentally
notice
challenging.
it after a while.
I can't believe you're so pissed at it.
It's stupid. It just shows...
Why are you mad?
You're biased though, because of the
It's
cups
so
of
easy
tea.
to do, and it adds up, and if you're doing 200 mil, it's stupid.
The way he wants.
No, it's the wrong way of doing it.
2 words, mini fridge.
Yeah, this helped out a lot.
Agreed.
Isn't that one word though?
It might be hyphenated. It might be
Yeah, I think it's
hyphenated.
hyphenated.
I'm not sure on the Webster, official Webster, spelling.
I thought when you said 2 words, it was going to be piss and bottle.
That would have been good too.
Piss bottle. It's...
One thing I got, couldn't think of anything at first, but I think one thing for you guys who are in school, take as long as you need to do those homework assignments. Like, I do 95% of my homework while playing RuneScape. It takes a lot long. It'll take you a lot longer to finish your assignment, your paper, whatever you're doing, you're reading, but just don't stop getting XP.
Never stop.
Have you guys ever suggested RuneScape to someone?
No.
Why not?
Not because
Because he
not
doesn't
because
talk
I'm
to people in real
embarrassed
life.
that I play it, or not because I don't have friends in real life, but I just think that if you are to play RS, you need to invest a hell of a lot of time into it, and it's something that doesn't appeal to a lot of people. If someone asks me what game I play, I'll tell them I play this, but if someone says, hey, what's a good game to pick up, I would never recommend this just because of the time aspect and how long it takes to get everything. And I suggested to one friend, and he got a quest cape and just couldn't quit soon enough to be rid of the game, really. So, wouldn't recommend it personally. But I wouldn't know what I would recommend in its place. Terraria is a very good game, even though lots of people hate it.
Oh, I think my
love
brother played that on the Xbox for a little bit. He was bored of Minecraft, so he started playing that shit.
I think Terraria is...
They're like the same game.
They look like the same game, but it's got a lot more to it than Minecraft does, and I thought it was fantastic. A friend of mine bought it for me on Steam for my birthday, and I think I've invested about 1,000 hours into it or something. You check the
What, Ace of
Steam
Spades?
things when I get round to it.
Ace of Spades?
No, Terraria.
Okay.
I suggested RuneScape to
game.
many people. All my roommates that I've had in college, just other. I think every single friend of mine, I've suggested it to play. I think the more people, more
I've
friends
suggested
that
to a
can get
few
on it, I
people.
think it would just Be more fun for me, more fun for them. Most of them have
Yeah, I
played,
have a
but
friend
not
that.
all of them stick to it.
Sorry, Randy.
I'm done.
I have a friend at work who I just got it to play. Well, he was playing a little bit like maybe a month ago, and then he got banned because he was botting. Oh my god, dude. But I think he's coming back. I think he made another account, and he said he wasn't gonna bot this time. But yeah,
That's what
I
they
have
all
suggested a few
say.
people. Yeah, we'll see. He'll probably get caught if he does bot though, because he got caught last time.
Only people I've suggested it to are people who played it before. It's a hard game to explain to somebody from the ground up. But if they played RuneScape years ago, then I'll say you should check out Old School. But other than that, no.
Yeah, I've done that to a few people, but the only person that I know IRL that I know has started playing is that guy at work.
I don't know if I'd have the patience to keep up with them, if they were just keep asking me for information on how to play a new game they've never played, I'd get a bit pissy.
Rude.
Yep, I'm not a nice person.
Well, for me, I haven't really suggested to people to play RuneScape. I have helped a lot of friends with like how to use AHK and stuff like that. Get them into more like efficient skilling, micro and macro. Help them out a little bit. I mean, I can't force them to play the game, but I can make them enjoy the game more, I guess. But yeah, for me.
Trickool, you said you wouldn't like if one of your IRL friends just kept asking you for questions and questions. Wouldn't it feel cool to just like take them under your wing and?
I've already done it once.
With who?
And I remember one of my friends was asking, he needed smithing requirement for a quest, and I told him what the best thing to do was, and I said, well, metal plates if you can afford them. I said, oh yeah, cool. I'm not going to do them. And I was just like, well, why not? I've just told you to do them, and I know all. I am the all-knowing Trickool. But I don't know, really. It's just something I wouldn't recommend. It's not a game I exactly go out and say, oh man, I had so much fun playing RuneScape at the weekend. You should join me in the land of Gailenor. It's just not something I would ever say to someone. I'd say pick up another game that doesn't require as much of a commitment as it does as this game, because it's so grind-based.
You need to stop looking at it from a 1%er's like point of view.
I know. But from experience of telling people to play this, they're all just like, oh yeah, I'll play it, it sounds really fun. And they get like 30s in stats and just say, "Ooh, this is fucking shit."
I don't know. I've suggested it to everyone.
Well, I
I
can
guess.
imagine
I
you
don't know.
just sitting there with your fucking whiteboard with a pointer lecturing all your roommates on how to do everything, Randy.
Hey, that'd be kind
That's
of fun to
fun, I'm
do.
afraid.
I'd love to take a few friends under my wing like that. I think that'd be cool. I don't know why you wouldn't like it. They'd be like
Yeah, I like giving
looking at you
advice
like the
in
man
form of
with all the
guides.
answers. What are you saying, Ob?
I like giving advice to people in the form of guides and answering people's questions and stuff. I think I do a lot of that in real life too, because like at school and stuff, oftentimes I understand things more than some other people do. Not to be cocky, but I don't know, it just happens.
Hey,
So I end up trying to explain things to people sometimes, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Who
Oh.
said?
shit. My bad. Alright, it's from Jeet. Why or why not should Old School have a new skill added?
With Azir coming, I don't think RuneScape needs a new skill for a long while, because there's a lot of content coming out, and I don't think a new skill would fit in the game. And we've seen from personal experiences that skills do not tend to get upvoted a lot.
I think that's
into the
because
game.
of just how piss quality Artisan was.
Yeah, But the other skills weren't that good either. It was like breeding and shit like that. It's just summoning junior really, but I
Artisan
couldn't
wasn't
see.
good. It was just the least shit suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess. But no, I wouldn't like to see a new skill in the game because these skills right now are already being devalued quite a bit, and we've got a lot of new content coming into the game pretty soon, so we can just stick with this for another year.
I'm disappointed in you, Matt. You didn't outline the most crucial reasoning
It
behind
ruins
not
the old
wanting a
school
new skill.
feel.
Yes, it does. It ruins the old school feel, but at the time, yeah, after a time, you do get a craving to train something else. But
But you can
what it
still
would
skill
be,
everything.
I don't want it. And even if it came out, I wouldn't do it if it was summoning. I've not got enough money to do summoning. I don't need to do summoning. But I just with Zaya and everything, like Matt said, there's no need for it yet. I just not for me. Will feel, etc., etc.
I'll be fine if they add a new skill. I'll be fine if they don't. I'll just ride the wave. If they do come out with summoning, great. If they don't, that's fine too. Really don't have much of a preference. Yeah, you get that little craving to want to train a new skill, but totally fine with whatever direction that they head into.
I would vote no to any skill that's on RS3 that isn't on the old school, such as summoning, dungeoneering, stuff like that, because for one thing I've already done them before, and I don't know, I'm not really a big fan. And also, they're just not really interesting to recycle, but I guess I would be in favor of a new skill if it was balanced and it didn't make things annoying like Artisan would, because you'd have to do Artisan before like any other skill to be efficient. I think I'd prefer having a new like gathering skill, like a slower XP skill or something like that. That would be like somewhat quick intensive, so it would be another like interesting one to like have like a decent 99 cape and stuff like that. But I don't think it's really a big, or to me it's not really that big of a priority. I don't really care that much. I'd rather not have new skills unless they're really good.
With the amount of content planned, there is no need for it just yet.
I don't think it's needed right now, but I think Zaya is hyped enough at the moment for
Yeah,
the next
agreed.
big thing. But after that, yeah, probably be summoning. But does anyone know? Is Ash going to be working on Zaya, or is that just Reach's thing?
With how
it's
big
mainly
it is,
Reach.
Ash has got to do stuff on it. I think like the ideas are more of like what Reach has in mind. Ash is,
Because I mean, typically,
from what I understand, it's kind of like the grunt work.
Typically, they don't work on the same thing. Like
Yeah.
Ash didn't do anything with diaries hardly, right?
Correct.
He was doing
He was
GE
working
while they
on
were doing
GE.
diaries, and he's doing Resizable while they're doing beginning steps of Zaya. So, I mean, could Ash do a skill while they do Zaya? I don't know. Probably not. There's probably too many things going on
They'd
at
probably
once.
rather have him work
Yeah.
on Zaya
Yeah.
for how big of a project it is.
Just get Zaya out the way before we start jumping to the next thing. I mean, like a kid who's eating candy and he's straight onto the next fucking bar before he's finished the first one.
What is your guys' favorite money-making skill?
Crafting.
Rune crafting, of course.
Agility.
Room crafting.
Yep, an alt.
Yeah. Wyverns are a skill,
It's not a
right?
skill though.
Wyverns are a
If you
skill.
have to choose a skill.
All right. PVM or rune crafting.
What about Motherload?
Wyverns are PVM. Wyverns are PVM.
Load King.
I haven't killed a wyvern in like at least 6 weeks.
It's a wyvern.
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 Alright, so since Zulrah is around 3 mil an hour, what do you guys think a solution should be to get people killing other bosses? Do you think they should nerf Zulrah or buff other bosses? It's from Double Cup. I'm not sure.
I think one thing they could do is Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
I didn't know I was first on the question. I'm not sure. I think that they should nerf Zora. The other bosses really have no incentive of killing them aside from pets. Without those pets, I wonder how dead all the other bosses would be, because there's no reason to kill any other.
I think Zora's OP, but I mean, I guess it would be good if they nerfed it, but kind of too late.
It's never
But
too late.
I don't really know what the solution is. I think they just need to not do that ever again.
I think that John C has learned this lesson with the Zora table. I don't think they should nerf Zora because the prizes. Yeah, I think they should nerf it, but I don't think it's likely to happen. But yeah, the incentive to do other bosses is quite low now, so please nerf Zora, even though I do it myself. I do not like to see it. Yeah, I'd like to see like more potential for other bosses, because this way everything is kind of dead content, but not really.
What they can do, what they probably will do, is a Slayer Master that assigns bosses.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would do that. Like a lot of people would just do that for fun, and they would get assigned Alpha Queen or some random ass boss that no one does.
Be good for boss
Second of
efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool little thing. Yeah, for Zora, it's silly not to do anything but Zora, considering it is so much EP an hour. A nerf, it's the best and the worst thing that's happened to the game in a long time. Best as it makes everything very cheap, worse as it's made viable method for clutching, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it, and the obvious inflation of, well, deflation maybe, of goods and what have you. But yeah, I like the idea of the boss Slayer Master to give people incentive to kill other bosses besides Zora, because at the moment, if you're not killing Zora to make money through bossing, you're a bit silly, because it shits out everything amazing. Dreamy's made like 80 mil off it in the past week, and Matt's probably made as much. Yeah,
I made 80 mil in 150 KC, and I believe Dreamy has also been very lucky. He made like 100 mil from 450 KC.
Got like 4 fangs and 4 pipes, hasn't he, or something? And like 4 onyxes as well.
Yeah, I got 4 fangs. I got 4 fangs and 2 onyxes and 150 KC. Yeah, 10 sign fangs.
And even without the significant drops, still got about 30 mil in just skilling supplies, runite ore, and what have you.
Alright, AutumnElegy released a video on what he feels is the most efficient way to max. If you watched it, did you agree? And if you disagree, how would you do it? Why don't you take it and explain what the video was?
Yeah, basically I was just sitting there talking about like efficient order to do certain skills and stuff like that. Like for example, do fishing before agility because you get fishing XP from, or agility XP from fishing. Do mining and agility before rune crafting for success rate in the abyss, etc. Like stuff like that, like little things to do before other things. Just because it's a thing that I get asked a lot in my streams and stuff like that. And I also talked about some diary rewards that you'd probably want to get first, like increased marks from RD course and stuff like that. I don't think it's perfect, but it was just like a sort of thrown together thing with some generalized ideas about it, since I've had a lot of people ask that question.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really underrate the order in which you should get a 99 that speeds up and just helps the process of maxing. What skill did you say to do last?
I didn't really say like specific order for like skill by skill, because some skills really don't matter. Like most of the Bibles, it doesn't matter as long as you do them after you have money. Like woodcutting doesn't really matter when you do it, etc. But I think construction's a pretty good one to do last, just because you like dump 100% of the money that you're spending on it, so you don't like need money available afterwards.
Construction, fire making, and prayer should be the ones you do last. Is the money you dump into it.
Well, prayer you want to do before Slayer, but
yeah,
construction, fire making, yeah.
Yeah, but as for thingy, you need like if you're gonna do buyables, do smithing and herblore and crafting first.
Yeah.
Because of that big stack of money.
Yeah, that was especially relevant before GE, but still it's nicer.
Yeah.
I like the idea of this video. It sounds like a good video. Not had a chance to watch it myself, but I personally believe the macro efficient mindset is something to be encouraged. Even though I have a few good friends like Brad who dislike the macro efficient mindset. I respect their decision to not like it. It's not for everybody, but I think it's something that should be encouraged, and little things that help. If you are going for max or two all, encourage it.
Alright, it's from Axelix. Going forward, what skills do you think are the least likely to see a significant XP rate increase?
I've not really read up much on what Zaya is going to offer with, everything. Not too sure. Quite a lot of things have been boosted due to the diary rewards in terms of XP an hour. Some intentional, some unintentional. Next one, the least likely, I'd probably say fishing. I don't see anything getting better than that unless we get sort of unplanned fishing methods. So like C2 fish in RS3 was intended to be the most efficient, quickest XP fishing, but it still was. I'd say that would be the least likely. Most likely though,
Slayer.
Yeah.
Slayer, definitely, yeah. Always Slayer. The community's favourite, and they just love to wipe their ass with it, really, and say, fuck this, it's too slow. Or, fuck this, we want it faster.
I think the skill that's least likely to get a significant XP increase is fire making. There hasn't been a single fire making update yet in the game, so I don't see that changing anytime soon to increase the XP significantly. It gets no love. No one's gonna vote for it anyway.
Yeah, definitely Slayer. I mean, already I think Slayer is the skill that's come like highest percentage faster from what it originally was on old school release, and I think it's just gonna keep going up. So I probably won't ever train Slayer past 99 for like a long time, anyways. I can easily see it getting over 50k an hour, like within the next year. I don't know. Least likely, I would agree with fishing and fire making. Maybe farming too, though they might release higher level seeds sometime. But farming's never really changed that much, like ever.
I'd say farming has been devalued, probably one of the most by Zulrah.
Well, I guess it's been made cheaper, but it hasn't
And
been
on
made
Zaya,
faster.
they're bound to be putting in a whole hell of a lot of farming patches.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the most devalued ones today. I can't imagine how Apple is feeling, because fucking 2 magic seeds a trade at 160 each, and now it's 500 overnight for 80k each. It's horrendous what happened to his achievement.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, with Zaya, they've been talking about that new tree, like the ash tree and the redwood tree and all that shit. Fire making would probably become faster if they made that.
I don't think it would be faster than 1500 logs an hour.
Well, no, like if the logs were higher level than magic.
Higher logs, higher XP.
Oh, higher logs. Yeah. Yes.
Least likely, most of the Bibles. Well, I don't know, like Herblore, the potions from the antidote potions from Zulrah are kind of good XP. Like smithing, I think I can get faster. Fire making,
But with Slayer, I refuse to touch Slayer until we get a confirmed yes or no on summoning. It just doesn't seem. It just doesn't seem
Smart.
just not. It's just stupid to do it. Really, at
Just
the moment.
depends on your personal goals, I guess.
I know, yeah. If you have a personal goal like Molt does, I respect it. But from a macro efficient mindset, it seems stupid to do it.
You don't even have to be
Well,
macro efficient to
that's one of the
to work
flaws
out
with
the
macro
logic
efficient
of
mindset.
doing
Well,
Slayer
yeah,
without charms.
Not only is the fact that it's the chance of charms, but the inevitable chance that it's going to get increased XP rates and everything, and with it all, it's just poof. Not even better thinking about.
I wouldn't really want summoning, but I bet we're gonna get summoning.
I don't know about getting it.
I think if it was pulled, it would probably pass, or it would come.
I think
You think it was polled tomorrow? You think it'd pass?
I think it wouldn't.
I don't know. I think it would be close.
I don't think it's got a chance of passing yet. Maybe
I think
in
it
a
has a
year.
chance.
It might get around 50 to 60%. I think it would be the majority.
It would be the majority, but it wouldn't be enough for the pass rate. That's why I say in about a year's time or so, if it was polled, I expect to see it passing. But now, absolutely, I don't think there's a chance it'd pass if it was polled tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it would get like in the 60s is my guess, actually.
Yeah, it would get the majority easily.
For me, I think least would be probably be like ranged or something. I don't think there will be any better chins than black chins to the game. Maybe a new spot, but I don't think that skeleton will always be the best for ranged. Probably nothing will be faster than smithing rune plates ever. Setting, I don't think peaks will ever be overruled.
Maybe.
But there's a lot of skills that yeah, maybe end of 2016 or something, but
Well, maybe the ash tree is significantly better. We don't know how it would work.
yeah, exactly.
It could be, or it could just be like a magic tree that you wouldn't touch.
But
Crystal
mainly
trees.
like skills that are really based on ticks. I don't think they will be devalued or significantly devalued, but like fire making, unless there's a new law coming out, it won't be devalued. Stuff like that. Fishing, barb will always be barb fishing, I think.
Would the ads devalue fire making from any of your points of view? Would the ads devalue it? I think it would.
For sure,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure it
Would.
would.
Get a free
Fair.
60 mil fire making from doing fuck all.
What if it's a degradable dragon axe, though? How does that change your mind on it?
Yeah, I guess.
Depends on how
I
expensive
like
it
the
is.
idea you posed a while back about it. I thought it was good, considering dragon axes are 300k each or something.
In the area.
It's a cool concept. Ash said he liked the concept as well, didn't he, when you tweeted the idea?
Yeah.
Well, I might be able to see it.
Alright, moving on. What is your guys' favorite RuneScape meme?
May.
Probably the RuneScape head with the newbie messages. The RuneScape full helm, I mean. I don't know a specific one, but the newbie memes are always a very good read.
My favourite meme is the 1960s Spider-Man. I always think they're fantastic.
I guess Slayer, Gnome Child thing, because my girlfriend actually found that before I even did. I don't even know how, because she doesn't play the game. And she thinks it's hilarious, so, I don't know. Makes me laugh, because it makes her laugh.
Oh,
Favorite meme is Trance music, rank 16 overall. That's a meme, right? That's a meme, though.
Alright, I
This is a meme.
I went on Twitter and this was a meme that Trance posted a few months ago. I just retweeted it and retweeted it. So If anyone wants to see, I just retweeted it. It's where it's got all those white guys, old white guys in a room, all laughing, and it says.
Yeah.
So then I said there are no plans to introduce microtransitions into old transactions into old school. That was the best meme I've ever seen about RuneScape. Shit was great.
I still have a screenshot bookmarked of like their really old statement that they never want RuneScape to be pay to win. I'll post it in
Yeah,
the
and there was
chat.
a post on Reddit where people were asking about microtransactions, and all Mad Matt K said, he said it like 4 or 5 comments in a row, just there are no
what?
plans to introduce microtransactions.
A month later, they're like,
please.
bonds.
Yeah.
No, free to play.
Alright, ignoring all rewards, what are your thoughts on dungeoneering? I know we were talking about summoning, but how about dungeoneering?
Well, without rewards, there's no incentive for someone to
That's
do it other
ignoring the rewards. Like, I know some people said that there's a lot of OP shit. I don't know.
But they couldn't not do rewards. Like, nobody... Unless it was... It just wouldn't work without rewards. Like
Why
fire
not?
making. No one trains fire making unless you just want a max. Get the diary wreck.
Thoughts on engineering. I've never liked the skill. If it was soloable, I would like it more because that way you can be like efficient in your own dungeon and not like have to cope with random people or cope to have the.
Wait. You mean it was purely solo, or there was a chance to? There was an option to solo it.
No, if like you had to be in a team to get the best rates, right? For dungeoneering. If you soloed the game, then the XP rates would be shit. Like if there was an option to solo it and get the same XP rate as with a 5-man team, yes, I would like it way more. But yeah, I've never really liked engineering. That's why I kind of burn out on RS2 at that time.
Never played back then, never done the skill. I don't know, so I don't really have a good opinion.
I did like 145 mil dungeoneering, I think, but I have an RS3. Most of it was solo or with dailies. The skill itself was sort of fun when I was soloing. I did it after they updated it, so I could get like 500k an hour soloing when I was going for 120. But it was, I don't know, the rewards I would definitely not want, and the fact that it's a skill is just stupid in the first place because it's just a mini game that gives XP. So I guess I'd be fine
Like
with a
PP.
raid style mini game, but just don't make it a fucking skill.
Shit.
Yeah, I think there is no point for this to be a skill. It was a mini game to begin with, and the only I capped at 80, and that's when I got my rapier, and then that was it. I never touched it again, apart from when I did the daily challenges. I hated the skill. It was a stupid. Well, it was a cool enough concept for a mini game, but I just hated the fact that you had to rely on other people.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
other
hated.
people you were doing the dungeon with they had to be competent. They had to know what they were doing. And if they weren't knowing what they're doing, you got fucking shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had low dungeoneering until I could do it fast solo. I hated finding teams.
I remember a friend of mine who used to sell floors, and a fuck ton off it.
Yeah, you can make so much money doing that.
Alright, now which JMod would you guys replace if you had the chance?
I think this is gonna be a unanimous decision.
I don't know. It's
I don't know.
I don't know.
Personally, I would replace Mod Archie because he has the most prestigious title.
What?
What do you mean?
You not want to go into school with your kid and tell them that you are a video journalist?
Well,
That's a title to be proud of.
the shit title.
Me would be John C.
That's the joke. Ha!
I mean, the buffs he has done are really, like, Wyverns have been a major issue in the game. Zora has been a major issue in the game. I don't see Archie really doing anything for the game except for asking these stupid questions in the live stream.
Oh, fucking hell.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see John have his redemption at some time and maybe get another Q&A tester.
It's user.
Before Zia. I hope it's user.
User. That's why he left us.
Too many teak trees. You see what that's done to people.
Yeah. Made Ging do 3k clues, made Razor quit. Not Razor, sorry, user quit. Made
Sathon burn the fuck
Sathon
out.
go and do 30 mils of views.
For me,
graveyard.
For me, I'd like to see one person replace Ronan, Matt K, and Archie. I think it would be very easy for one competent person to replace all three of them.
And I think
to be a little bit more realistic with it, though, Archie and Ronan job could be done by one person with ease. Neither of them should even be required to come into work because of just what they do. Like, why does a video journalist got to be going into work every day? Why does a those two jobs should be shared by one person, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see why they have both Ronan and Archie. Like, I don't know exactly what they do on a day-to-day basis, but, like, Ronan does streams, Archie does videos. It's like, okay. And Matt K has just been continually disappointing. I think they need to... Well, it's good that they're hiring another QA tester. I wish that they would get more fucking money because their game is, like, half the player base, and they have, like, maybe, like, 5% of the devs at Jagex, tops. It would be nice if they had a web team so they could actually like have a decent website. It would be nice if they had like an engine team rather than just Ian Gower, who obviously is awesome, but he's one guy. I think they just need to hire a lot more people, and their resource allocation is kind of questionable with free mods that don't even like do anything with the actual game.
That is a very underrated response because when you think about it, the game peaked at having more players than RS3. And whilst it is a lot more advanced game, it's like a comparison of 6 people, 2 of which do fuck all, in comparison to the massive team that works on RS3. So I think it's crucial if this game plans to live till whatever year Mod Matt K predicted it to live to, without a appropriately sized dev team. I think it's about time that they start. I really want them to stop just regurgitating shit that we've already seen. Half the questions are just asking for shit we've already seen, and it's been ages since we've got something that was unique to 07. Besides Zora, I want more content like that, rather than just throwing up old stuff that they've already used and suggesting old shit they've already done. Going back to the would you like a new skill, I'd agree with Aubrey again, saying that I want a new skill, but I don't want one that I've already done and that I've already didn't enjoy doing and force myself to do. I want a unique one that everyone is foreign to and has to find the most efficient ways to do it themselves and stuff, rather than just copying the grind you did last time round.
Yeah, doing divination was actually kind of fun, even though it was the most basic skill ever.
It was just rune span.
It was just more interesting than, like, other things, I guess.
Alright, do you guys want to have a Facecam podcast stream thing?
I would like to see it. I don't like that it would eliminate the people that that don't have face cams to not be on the podcast, because it's kind of like, yeah, some people rather not have face cams on to be like they would keep to privacy or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it would limit the people that don't want to be or don't have one. But yeah, I would like to see some Facecam podcast if it's available for people to actually do it.
Yeah, I guess if the people participating like were 100% fine with it, then yeah, I don't know. I guess I would do it if I was asked, but I wouldn't be like wild about it. I Facecam like once in a while in my streams, but I don't really like it that much because you have to like make sure that you're sitting in the right like position at all times.
Hey,
So
if
that
you
you're, like,
slouch,
in the center
you
of the
look
camera,
like
and it's just,
shit.
like, yeah, and you can't like a lot of times when I'm sitting in my chair, I'll like put one of my legs up on my chair or like sit in a weird position or whatever, and don't want to be judged. And, like,
You can do
like to
that.
chill.
You can sleep on stream,
What's
right,
wrong with
Trance?
What's wrong with doing that?
Just like you've got 8
Do that all the
shins.
time on stream.
I think it'd be cool, but I wouldn't want people to expect to see that every single time. Then, you know, like,
And the span of people that can actually get on this podcast. Maybe
Yeah,
invite
that's
some
what I was just about to
smileys. Get like more people on it. I don't know.
I just don't like that it restricts people who don't have a webcam. I don't have a webcam, but I enjoy being on it enough. But I wouldn't, if I had one, I wouldn't mind participating with a webcam podcast if we were to do one. I don't really care what people think of me. They're just bullies anyway.
Fancy bully ranger.
Transport.
alright, do you guys think that EHP should be changed so that 1 EHP is the most XP you can gain in an hour? Currently, EHP only considers everyone as going for 200 mil all instead of each skill in its own right. I don't really understand it, so I'll pass it off to you, Trick.
Cheers. This is basically saying EHP would work in a micro-efficient aspect rather than a macro-efficient mindset. So you'd still get a EHP for 200 mil agility even past the 182 mil mark, I think. No. This stupid idea. Fuck it. EHP's just been fixed, so we're not seeing 330-hour weeks. It's fine as it is. Only one I don't like is the fishing one, because it means I can't be a lazy little nerd and just AFK it. But for the most part, the EHP rates are absolutely fine as they are.
I completely agree with Trickool here. Nothing more to say.
Yeah, I think EHP is fine for the most part, though. I honestly think that RC below 91 should maybe be like 55k an hour, because I've heard about a lot of like lava PKers and stuff like that, especially since like a lot more people are doing lavas now, and you can't really get 60k an hour unless you're in PvP worlds.
I think HP is fine as it is. It also seems to make your own money from runecrafting, and I think that should stay that way.
Yeah, I like that.
I think the cooking EHP should be changed, though. It's currently 3-tick sharks. It should be wines.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I think EHP is pretty well developed. But alright, this is from Razor. What are your guys' thoughts on resizable? What kind of skill and other activities do you think it would have an impact on?
I think resizable would be a great update for old school. I don't think it would have that many impact on skills itself, maybe for agility and stuff like that. You don't have to press the minimap anymore. But yeah, I think it would help for PVMing mostly. I mean, the boss rooms and stuff like that. Um, especially for stuff like Saradomin and shit where you have to run around. But yeah, I think it's a great update. People with a high graphics card can and multiple screens can actually enjoy the game from a different point of view.
The graphics card has no bearing. It's all processor.
Really?
Yeah, it's all processor.
Okay. But yeah, it's a good. I like it. I don't think I will use it that much, but whenever I'm doing like an AFK skill like agility, I'll probably use it.
Yeah, it won't really like anything faster. It'll make some things easier. Like you can more easily do one camera angle while doing agility and pyramid plunder and stuff like that. And a month ago, Ash said on Twitter that you can't make it smaller. But 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago on the Q&A, somebody asked them, and John said you could. And when John answered, he even referenced that it would make things like cutting teaks faster because your inventory would be closer to the tree.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
pretty
don't I don't know which one they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
no.
But if it is that way, where you can make it smaller, it will make things like with cutting teaks. You can put the teak tree like right next to your inventory. You can put like the granite right next to the inventory and the fishing spot and everything like that. It might
Finding
actually make
fishing,
using
wood
fishing,
cutting.
might actually make
pretty
using
easy to
fishing
do three-tick
significantly
fish.
easier.
Yeah, manually.
I hope that you're able to make it smaller. If it's not, it's just an enlargeable mode. Like, I want it to be smaller because I can't really play. Like, I play on a laptop, and if I'm playing on 2 accounts at one time and not using my second monitor, I can't really get both screens completely on the way that I want.
15-inch screen. Man.
I don't know exactly how big.
Because I know on the 17-inch it works perfectly fine, but a 15-inch 2 accounts is a bit shit. Overlaps a little bit.
Yeah, I have a 15-inch laptop, and I can't put 2 RuneScape windows side by side without them overlapping.
Perhaps
Yeah.
perhaps mine's 15 inches then.
It probably is, yeah.
I'd always stick to fixed because I don't like change and I enjoy the old school feel.
Yeah, I'll probably only use resizable if I can make it smaller. If you can, then yeah, it'll probably make fishing, mining, and woodcutting like easier. I guess not faster, but just easier. So I don't know. I guess that would be cool, but at the same time devaluing. So I don't know. But yeah, I probably won't use it that much. Once I get a new computer, maybe I'll try out like full screen. But as of now, it'll probably be too laggy for me, anyways.
All right, a lot of people been giving John C a lot of hate for some recent bugs. What do you guys think about him? Do you think that he deserves this blame, or are people just really ganging up on him way too much?
Yeah, I think people are getting up on him way too much. I mean, for every bug that gets through, there's probably several dozen that don't. Some things might be a little obvious, like the heroes thing. You know, all you gotta do is just do the diaries and click on a hero, and you can tell
Or the
that
skilling cup.
Well, that's not a big deal. I mean, that wasn't really a big deal.
It was a
I didn't
catastrophe.
even care too much if that was, like-
Catastrophe, yes.
It was the abortion of the quote-unquote skilling cup.
Yes, it is deserved.
Really?
He's the only Q&A
Oh, you
tester.
bully!
No, you guys all know my love for John C. No, but yeah, he's the only Q&A tester, and he's the only person to really look at the bugs because he's the only one who's fixing them really, and he's the one who should be testing them every day practically for 8 hours. So I don't know how you can stuff like the heroes. What Trance said. It's just easy. It is a big reward, the pickpocketing, and you could just go test out one of the best pickpocketing methods, and you already know the XP rates. I don't know, like stuff like that. How can you miss that? I don't know. I'm not a Q&A tester myself, but it's the only one, so the blame kind of goes to him.
Also,
Yes.
the bolts was kind of obvious too. I have to admit.
What bolts?
bolts.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like everything at 100% spec rate
Yeah.
for like an hour?
What happened?
Something.
With the
Like-
bolt pipe?
So with enchanted
no.
bolts, have a chance of when you shoot them, they get their effect. So the Dragonstone bolt is the effect of acting as dragonfire, isn't it?
The Kandarin Diaries gave a 10% boost to your enchanted bolt specking, and for like an hour, and it didn't even work. Like it didn't even work for the first month of Diaries coming out, and then they fixed it so it did work like last week, and then for the first hour of them being out, everything at 100% spec chance.
Jesus
People
Christ.
like hitting constant like 60s with dragon bolts and shit.
Yeah, it was pretty horrific. But placing blame isn't really going to do anything but hinder the development process. I mean, he has got his work cut out. He's working on the game on his own. And as Chan said, for every one that gets through, you don't hear about the other 12 that he's fixed in the QA process. So I think it's a bit unfair to solely blame him, because I feel as if, with the court bug as well, there are other parts of the development team which hold blame, such as the people, who was banning the guy who was making 40 grand off a court bug. Nowhere to be seen, but John's the front man who got the shit for it. But all of this aside, fuck John C.
Holy shit.
I am only getting 18 marks of grace every hour because it's not working.
They're really not working?
It's not working. I did
Are
it.
you wearing the cape?
No, I don't think I was supposed to.
Try it.
No.
Well, then no bitch about
Have you done the Artie Diaries?
I've done the RD Diaries, I've done a lap with the cape and without the cape, and I got 18, well, I got 19 on the one with the cape.
RNG, mate.
So, yeah.
I think that he gets
We're not
way
gonna
too
get
much
along until
hate.
you fix that.
I think the quality of his work has definitely gone downhill over the last year, but I still think that he gets way too much hate. He's only one guy. He can't handle it all. I think it's a little bit of both ways. He does deserve some that he gets, but he shouldn't be the only guy getting yelled at. I mean, a lot of things are just simple oversights, and that should rest on everyone's shoulders, not just his.
It's a big job for one guy. I think if they are going to do Zaya, they've got 2 years to get another a QA tester, and if they're not going to get another one, it's a bit stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's partly Jagic's fault for only putting one QA tester on an entire game. Like, that's just not, like, something that usually happens, and it's kind of unfair to John C. But at the same time, like, before he started working at Jagex, he was, what, like, ranked 4 overall?
Yes.
And he still, like, puts out some of these updates that are just so unbalanced, and it seems like the type of update that, like, Matt K would put out, somebody who doesn't even, like, have a full rune. And it's just, like, how does this guy who is so, like, has played the game so much, like, approve of certain ideas? I just don't get it. But I don't think he's a bad guy overall.
He does confirm that he has tested the update, so if he puts in the confirm, they release the update. So he does confirm that everything is tested.
The thing that annoyed people was...
They can't put anything out that hasn't been tested yet, right? Because if there's still bugs in the game, you're not going to release it. So John C. does confirm the updates and the tests that he does on the game. So that it's kind of his fault that the bugs come through, I guess.
The thing that annoyed me with it was he put on Twitter he was up till whatever AM testing the diaries, and when the diaries came out, there were all these bugs, some of which are still not fixed a month on. Fucking marks of fucking grace.
I feel like half the dev rewards don't actually work.
None of them do. I was so upset when my marks of grace wasn't working.
Yeah, I guess I'm not doing any agility for a while.
Alright, do you guys have any favorite quotes? Could just be from a famous person, from someone playing RuneScape, or anything really.
I have 2 favourites at the moment. One is "Don't bully!" ! That's from the Anti-Bully Ranger on Twitter. And the second one is "I don't want to sell kebab, I want to keep the kebab," from Razor on one of the podcasts. I thought that was a Smashing quote.
One of my favorite quotes is "Yay!" No, but I don't really know. I don't really have any favorite quotes.
Anything by Cap King is gold.
In Trance we trust is a good quote as well.
Two of my favorite quotes. Two of my favorite quotes are, one, it's the more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. And the second one is, the tiger doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of the sheep.
No,
What?
Wait, is that supposed to be from Game of Thrones?
No, it's just a famous quote.
Yeah, and the one in Game of Thrones is the lion doesn't concern itself with the opinions of the sheep.
Lion, tiger, bear.
There is no
Oh my.
tiger. There is a bear, though.
As long as it's sheep and a big animal.
Probably something from Game of Thrones, because like everything in Game of Thrones sounds awesome, but I can't think of anything right now.
Quote, Hodor. Unquote.
Hodor.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Hodor. Which is coming.
Alright, who do you guys think will be the second or third person to 200 mil, all skills, assuming Link's Titan is one? Aubrey?
Oh shit. I don't really know. I mean, I think Link's Titan, if he keeps going, will get it so much before anyone else that it'll be probably like years before anyone else will get it after him. But I don't know. It's hard to really tell at this point. I think the high scores will look completely different at that point than they do right now. Probably like 90% of us won't be playing.
If I had to judge it by right now, like I would have to say maybe Trance or No One Perfect. I don't know.
No one relies a lot on what he does after.
Yeah, exactly. But he has the money to do any viable.
Does he?
Well, after the 200 mil runecrafting, yeah.
Does he have the money?
Well, I guess so.
If he would have sold his money, you know damn well he'd have been banned.
He can't have it all in cash unless he just has 20 million nature runes in the bank.
No, he keeps a lot of it on other accounts. He's been seen trading onto other accounts.
Was that another account, maybe?
I've been told he's been... Oh, was it a mule?
I mean, does he have plans to actually spend his money, though?
Exactly. It's too early to tell. We're going off rates at the moment. Trance has got a good shot at it. And probably someone else.
My best fold.
If he keeps it up, yeah. If he goes to university, he's got another at least 3 years of it
Harm
left to do. Harm can keep up, probably. Or maybe someone could come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I mean, Razor's still got 5 years ahead of him. He's going to win in the consistency war.
Yeah, that's one thing I was talking about with Razor yesterday in TeamSpeak, telling him that I envy his youth.
He's a young.
Yeah, 15 years old. That I'm 21. I'm not going to be playing for more than 3 more years. You know, like dude could play for like 7 years and be totally fine. Like, I don't know. Like he's got like at least 7 more years he could play. I don't want to be playing in 7 more years. I think that his age has a lot.
Developed to the point of readiness for harvesting and eating. That's what ripe means. So.
I think Cat King though could be second or third just because he enjoys the game so much. He loves the game so much he's never gonna quit.
Exactly.
All right.
I've already said my opinion. Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on the Slayer partner shit that they want to do. The way that they're wanting to do it, you pretty much like it. I think it's really dumb. You can't use your partner to like get extra blocks or anything. Like your friend uses a gem on you, and they get assigned something, and you would both be assigned that shit. And if you have it blocked, you just won't get an assignment. So I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb.
I also think it's dumb. I don't see that if you can't both do the task at the same time and give each other. I don't see the point of it.
Yeah, it seems pointless to me. Just nothing really coming out of it.
And yeah, I think they did work out the kinks of not having double blocks, but even now they could have some sort of thing where like if someone's really low combat, they get Dagonoths and Sukas and stuff more often.
Did you need lunars for Sukwas?
Yeah. 20 to 85.
Did you need horror from the deep for Dagonoths?
Yeah, it's easy quest.
That's pretty low level.
Okay.
That brings up something someone was mentioning at TS the other day, that it could become like Nightmare Zone hosting, where people would sell the best tasks to do. So I don't get why they brought this back up, because I swear they polled it and it failed.
It failed. It did have a majority vote though.
Yeah. So why is it passing at the moment?
Huh?
Yeah, it passed.
Oh, is it already passed? I don't get what people find so.
Has anyone seen that video where that guy was laughing, and it was like a parody video about the RuneScape J-mods?
That was so... Yeah, with the DCs, with the Spanish guy.
Oh my god.
And he was just laughing and saying like, I thought we're gonna put in another poll about shit that they never even wanted in the first place, and then we're gonna poll it again.
That was one of the best videos I've ever seen.
I was laughing so hard.
It's just how he starts wheezing. He's going...
I really just don't like the idea of it, and from my understanding, you can't even use it to like have hosts selling you tasks, so it just seems pointless. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Co-op Slayer worked in RS3, I used to do it with my friend because you could get these like pets from it, and we wanted to get the little ice strike worm pet. You'd like share your task, and you'd both be on the task, and your kills would count towards each other. I forget how it works, but I don't think that was really something that happened. I think they had ways to prevent it, but the issue with what they're doing now is that what you do is you both get the same task, but one of you could complete the task faster than the other, and then you're not really like synced up because you both just have like X amount to kill. And also, like in most cases, if you're going to be efficient, you don't want to be killing Slayer monsters in the same room as somebody else for like half the tasks that you do. So I don't know, it's kind of just wasted dev time in my opinion. Like I would never do it unless there were, I guess, cool like different rewards or something from it, but I don't think they're planning on doing anything like that. So it's kind of just pointless.
And if they get assigned a task that you have blocked, then you just don't even get a task, and you're not even
so then
doing
it all
it
gets
with
fucked
them.
up, and you can't like do it together half the time.
Yeah.
You can rearrange your block list if you wanted to like long-term slay with a friend.
Alright, do you guys watch the weekly Q&As that the J-Mods do?
I usually watch them in the like on the YouTube channel because I'm almost always at school when they do them, I think. But yeah, I always watch them. I like to know everything that I can about happenings in RuneScape and stuff.
I used to watch every single one of them and used to look forward to them a lot, but since Archie started getting a more prominent role on it, it has completely killed it for me. I no longer even watch them, and I look at the transcript that someone posts on Reddit.
I watched every single one.
I don't anymore. I've heard that legends still say that there people in the Twitch chat are still asking for free to play.
I watched one about 3 weeks ago, and I just got very annoyed at it because it was either pointless shit or shit they'd already answered. And I thought, why am I watching this? And never returned.
Yeah, someone looked at all the questions on one of their podcasts from like 2 weeks ago, and it was something like 35 to 40% of the questions they asked were things that they answer on a weekly basis.
Yeah, it's just like,
you know, like
they still dedicate a section of the live stream to addressing things like Dragon Claws and the map.
Every single question.
Just, yeah, and the fact that Chris is saying, how would you like a Grand Exchange Agility course? I think that'd be really cool because I've never played the game and I don't know fuck all about my job position. Smiley face. It really gets under my skin and rubs me the wrong way. I hate it.
Yeah, they used to be. You know, I still genuinely enjoyed them back when like Mod Matt K was the one asking the questions, and I don't know, I was okay with it then, but Archie really has ruined them for me.
I like the one where Mod Matt K calls Jebrim a loser.
Is that what he said though?
He said, "Lol, yeah. Jebrim, what a loser." Poor Jebrim. Don't bully him.
Fantastic.
He's a nice guy.
Wonder what Matt K would think about Link's Titan
Lol,
now.
Link's Titan. What a loser.
Alright. What RuneScape players do you consider revolutionary for their time?
What do you mean by revolutionary?
Take that however you want. It's kind of in quotes for a reason.
Well, I'm not quite sure what the word means. I'm still native, so.
Something that's had an impact on the way you play as a player. I guess.
Well, that's kind of.
That's more of an influence.
Yeah.
Like somebody who's done something that nobody else has done before, like a new thing, or like overturning standards.
Well, I guess you'd say like I'm not quite sure. I guess Cap King is like an original player. He does whatever the fuck he wants to and doesn't give a shit about what other methods. He just does what he wants to do. I'm not quite sure if that's the concept of this question, but yeah.
If this game was actually about in 07, you know damn well Cap King would be on the top page anyway.
Oh yeah, he'd probably be rank 1.
Damn it.
He's a prime example of how a player used to be back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Cap King is really revolutionary, the way that he still maintains the old school feel.
Love him. He's a good lad. He's my first lieutenant.
I would say in his times, Zemo was definitely revolutionary because before him, I don't think there were really, like, to the same extent, there weren't people that went for such high XP. Like, his goal was just to get, like, the most XP. And so he did skills that were fast XP to 200 mil, and I think before that people didn't really think to do that so much because they weren't really as focused on XP. And then, you know, as things went forward, it went more towards efficiency with people like Sarfot, who really, like, got a lot of people to think about RuneScape more efficiently. And I guess, like, moving into Suomi is when, like, no-lifing really started to come to the forefront and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Jebrim also contributed.
Oh yeah, Jebrim too. Yeah.
You also have
And
people like
Drumgun was always kind of in the
Yeah,
background.
Romeo.
Like Lover Romeo, who did 200 mils before before people had that mindset of 200 mils.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Before the idea of 200 mils became apparent, he'd already done 2 of the hardest.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a massive influence in it. Going off time commitment, Link's Titan and his consistency is pretty amazing. Jebrim with his agility and the way he tries to get people to play the game is also revolutionary from my point of view. It's something that I've followed for a while. And there was one more.
that I was thinking of, but I don't know who it was. I don't know. I like the whole Acid Soul mindset sort of thing as well.
Mm-hmm. He would get
He
more.
went to bed
but,
pretty early because he's a wimp.
and a little bum. So, all right. This is from Etsk. Pretty much, how happy were you guys that the first 4 episodes of Game of Thrones were leaked? Did you watch them? Don't give out any spoilers.
Okay, I'm just minimizing the chat right now, and I'm muting Trickool.
I won't say out.
Okay.
No spoilers.
I was kind of disappointed when I found out that the 4 episodes were leaked, because I'm always like, I'm a big nerd when it comes to like waiting for an episode to actually come out. I saw that the episodes were out like on the day of the leak, and they were all 480p, and I think it's ridiculous if you're gonna watch Game of Thrones on 480p.
You watched them all?
I'm still gonna wait every week for the best quality, because I think the time and effort and money they put in that series, you should just wait every week for the series, because of all the little details. You just miss it when you watch it on 480p. It's disgusting to actually just watch it and on such a low detail. So I'm just gonna wait every week until the end of the season, I guess.
I watched them all already, the 4 episodes. They were good. Nice when Ned Stark came back to life.
Season
Yeah,
one
I don't know.
spoiler,
I
mate.
was surprised, but it didn't feel like anything crazy, because I like to watch shows like back to back to back, so that's what I usually do. So if I probably would have just like watched the first episode and then like waited a few weeks and then watched multiple at a time or something.
Yeah, I was real tempted to want to watch them, but kind of like what Matt was saying, like you just got to go with the top quality. It's such a good show. I don't want to disrespect it by watching it in potato
Exactly.
quality.
Trance.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
You're missing out.
Debatable.
Well, I watched them. Well, I taught myself out of watching them for a whole day before I got home from work and just thought, right, fuck it, I'll watch them. They sort of. I was very excited for them. Like season 1, 2, and 3 were pretty good, but then I just started to lose interest with it, and it diverting for the book makes me angry and what have you. It was alright, I guess. I really liked the flashback in the first episode, which you'll have all seen. That was something they should have done earlier, though. And I can't even say that because you'll all get salty, even though it's not a spoiler. But yeah, they were alright.
But yeah, did you really expect the series to be exactly as the books, though?
No, I just thought they'd be a little more faithful, and they've cut out 2 of the main arcs from this season, being Quentin Martell and the Greyjoy storyline, which are both pose threats to the main characters in the show. But yeah, we're not going to get them by the looks of things. Also, a pretty important character that should be about now isn't here, and that annoys me as well. But going off.
All right, moving on. Someone had, I think, is the most respected skill to be on the top page in
Cooking.
Oh,
Impossible.
be on top page.
True.
I think runecrafting is a lot of hours to get top page compared to other skills, like over 1k hours. I don't think. Well,
Almost
yeah, like
1600 hours right now.
Yeah, I don't think many other skills are that high to get to top page. So like runecrafting is probably the hardest or longest.
Yeah, I do like that cooking comment. That
It is true.
yeah, you know,
You want me to take the question?
a lot of
literally?
people
I'll
did
take
go
it
for
literally.
it. I would have loved to been top page cooking.
Sailing. Cool.
Oh, May's left, right, and center.
What do you got, Matt?
Cooking, I guess. How many scraps go for it?
Ooh.
Nothing wrong with 200 mil cook.
There is.
Classy, I guess. I think it's like top page is a minimum of 30 mil now, isn't it? Or something along the lines of.
34, I believe.
Jesus. Yeah,
about
that's
to
pretty
fall off.
impressive.
Fuck.
That's
Wow.
quite a nice one. As for the easiest, it's probably something like construction or
Yeah.
maybe
Construction,
even agility.
definitely.
Agility is only a extra 10 mil past or something. It's piss easy to get on the top page.
Construction's the easiest. If you do like 2 hours of it, you're gonna be on the
Yeah.
front page. Like both
If you do
99.
like 15 minutes of it past 99, you'll be second page.
Get it. You can get it in less than a day on a new account, maybe. It
Yeah.
30 hour on
yeah,
a
you
new
could, you
account.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. You get some mahogany tables at like 52, right? You get to
Yeah.
52 in like a few hours.
From
Might be-
52
you might
to
be able to even
99
break-
is that much XP. I don't know, like 820.
You
Fucking
could
hell.
get like top 15, top 10 maybe within the first day of the
Well,
account.
if you could do like a 20 mil 30 hour, you could get to, what's that, like rank 4, 5? 20 mil XP?
I just pulled it up right now. There are 11 people with 20 mil
really?
XP. 20.2 would be rank 9. So it's not. You could get top 10 within a day from level 52. But does anyone have anything else they want to talk about, or any topics?
Nope. Not really.
What are the...
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I got one more.
What are there any like big updates coming soon?
Sizable.
Nope, just for
Month or two.
sizable, really.
2 months probably.
And any other things, or just is that it?
Player update this summer, I think.
It's really. There's not gonna be much else. But alright, someone PM me this question, and it said, "Where do you guys think you would be without Hexis?"
Just use the
I
previous order.
Don't. Alright, go on.
I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, like when Old School first came out, I played for like 6 months really inefficiently. I did like Quest Cape and then just like fucked around with PVM and random shit. And then I went back to RS3 when Divination came out, and then I didn't come back to this account again on Old School until February of 2014. And I think I joined, or well, I didn't join, but I like started hanging out in Hexis CC, like I think within weeks after I started playing again. I don't know if I would have decided to max or not, but it's probably helped me along the way, definitely to stay motivated and like learn the most efficient ways to do things.
Yeah, I probably still would have maxed, but I don't know if I would have done any records or anything.
Me, I don't know if I probably would still be playing. I don't know. I mainly came back to talk to friends that I've been talking to for a long while to enjoy the game, of course. But I don't know where I would be without Hexis. Oh, there it is. But maybe in another clan chat, maybe Slay Search or something. I don't know.
Alright,
Thing is, wait, you pissed me off. You
fuck, go
bastard.
then.
I have no idea, because not only has it been a clan,
You answered to say you don't
not only has it
know.
been a clan to me, but
Cut me
it's
off.
been a family to me.
In all
Cut out the
seriousness,
sentimental bullshit.
the past 2 weeks, the only people I've been speaking to, besides my parents, were people in the Hexis TS and such. So I feel a bit lonely. Probably wouldn't even be playing the game. To be fair, I met a lot of nice people, a lot of horrible people, but I wouldn't change it.
Alright, I definitely probably would not even be playing at all. I don't think I would have lasted past, like, I don't think I would have made it to, like, September 2013, to be honest. Is, yeah, I don't know. I would not be playing for sure. Would have just been a bum. Alright, and we got this one coming in also. Have you guys ever done any 30 hours? If so, how many have you done?
I've not done any. I don't really plan on it ever because it just doesn't sound fun, and I like to just enjoy myself to an extent.
Also, let me just add this on as well. What future 30-hour do you plan to do as well?
If I ever did do a 30-hour, I'd probably do construction just because it would be an easy rank 1.
I've done like 4 or 5. Only notable ones are like RC and number 2 woodcutting, number 3 agility or agility. Yeah. Oh, and number 2 Slayer 3. I don't know. I don't really keep up with them.
There's one 30-hour that I really like to try is a 2 mil mining day. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen though. It's a pretty damn difficult. But other than that, I've never done one before. But I'd like to do like mining, RC, and agility or something. That line of order.
Oh, you Trance did a 30-hour smithing.
Oh
too.
yeah.
That's your rank 1, as well as your Runecraft 1.
I've done 2 30 hours. I did a 30-hour of Slayer, pre-Smoke Devil, pre-Kraken shit. And I got the number 1 Slayer Day record. Beat the previous guy, Caney, by a little bit. I really hated that 30-hour. There were no static spawns either. Had to use low world pop for like my first 6 hours. And I almost fell asleep on a black demon task. And I also did a 30-hour of thieving like last September. I did 6 hours of pyramid plunder, and the last 24 hours were Dorg chests.
I've never done a 30-hour yet, but I'd really love to do one, especially before I'm done with agility. I want to be nice day, week, and month. And it seemed like a bit of a waste not to have a pretty nice week and month. I want to retry the 7 mil agility week and probably maybe a 25 mil month when summer hits, and the 30 hours just a question of when the hell am I going to get left alone for 30 hours. I tried to do one over the Easter half term, Easter break, and I got interrupted probably about 4 hours into my 6th hour. I just couldn't do it. I had to go and do something else, so it pissed me off. But I'd really like to do those and soon.
The thing about agility is though, it's so chilling. You could do it fairly easily for 30 hours.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't even a. It's not a chore to do it. It's like I don't have to think. I don't have to say, right, I've got to do this amount every week, every day. It's just sort of do it because it's.
What about
relaxing.
when your parents go on a holiday or something?
My parents will never go on a holiday.
Okay, fair enough then.
They don't trust
you
me.
You go on a holiday and go buy a hotel room for 2 days and play on that network.
The best way for me to do a 30-hour would be on a day where I don't have much class. There is a Friday
this week where my only class got cancelled, so I could try it then and go over to the weekend. But we'll have to see.
I'd like to do a 20 mil con day. It's not that impressive, but I'd like to do one before I'm done. Would also like to do a 30-hour agility because, in my opinion, I think it's the easiest skill to do for 30 hours. And I think those are the only two that I'd like to do within the next year. Otherwise, I don't really have any other plans on doing them. You guys got any other plans for a 30-hour within the next year?
What are 30-hour Castle Wars games?
Nothing in particular.
30-hour Champion Scroll Hunt?
Alright, so seen this one in the chat a couple times now, and now we're able to get to it. So it's from Dream. Where did you guys get your computers from? I got mine for when I graduated high school. It was a present for that real nice laptop.
I bought mine maybe like 4 years ago, and I've just been replacing small things maybe like once a year. Like I replaced the graphics card like a year and a half ago, replaced the processor like a year ago, stuff like that.
I got mine online from somewhere, I don't know. It's a Lenovo, so I just bought it on like a Lenovo store or something like that. I bought it like, I think when I was 15, like the summer after. I made some money from working for like relatives, I think. Spent like $500 on a new laptop and I still have it now. But hopefully I'm getting a new one soon with a lot more money.
No.
How much did you guys spend on your shit as well? Also,
Yeah, for my laptop, I got it. Well, I got some money from my parents on my birthday, and I used that to buy a laptop, a better laptop. Like I got a pretty solid laptop right now, but I'm looking to buy a desktop whenever I move out of the house, so I can finally just have more space on my own, and I can have like 3 screens and shit like that. Just expand everything like the Trance is doing, and replacing it. Just more durable over a span of like 10 years, because if you buy a laptop, you'd have to replace the laptop every 3 years instead of just switching some components of your laptop, or of your desktop, I mean.
Yeah, the only reason I ever bought a laptop is because I used to like go back and forth between my two parents' houses because they're divorced, and it wasn't until like a bit over a year ago that I stopped doing that. So like I couldn't have a desktop, but now I'm definitely going to get one. My current computer was like $500, and now I'm going to get a desktop. I think that's going to cost like $1,500, but that's components, so it would probably be worth more if I was to buy a pre-built.
I got a laptop for Christmas about 2011, and it recently broke, and it's insured, so I can go and get that repaired. But I've actually been looking to buy a desktop of my own with some money I've made from both my birthday, from Christmas money, and a bit of money I've earned from working at my dad's firm. Yeah. The one that's become on my mum's at the moment, I've been using that for about 3 weeks. I can't be asked going to the shop and asking them to fix it.
shit. My laptop was like around $1,200 or so.
Damn.
I don't think I'll ever buy a desktop. I used to have one back in like middle school when I played RuneScape, and playing now with a laptop, I just love moving around to play. Like I can go into the living room and play. I don't like being confined to a small amount
You can have
of.
both though. Like if you want, like if you have like a room, a special room for yourself, just have like a personal space, and you can have like a laptop in the living room and take it with you on travels and shit like that.
Yeah, but the laptop can serve the same purpose in that room. You don't need an
Yeah,
extra
but you can
desktop
run
for
more
it.
applications, and you can do way more stuff, and it runs way more smooth and stuff like that on a desktop. And you do potentially play other games in a few years if you're bored of RuneScape.
Shit, I'll be playing. I won't be playing any other computer games if I'm done with RuneScape. I'd head on over to
Why
Xbox.
play on Xbox when you can play on a PC, man? Have you seen the graphics difference?
I think that PC gaming is pretty shit. Aside from obviously playing RuneScape, I haven't enjoyed any other pest control game. Not pest control.
You gonna block me?
I haven't enjoyed any PC gaming aside from. I'm embarrassed.
Idiot.
Really don't like that any other PC game aside from RuneScape, so I would just play.
Pest control.
Yeah, I suck.
Everyone in the chat is going crazy.
But would definitely head on to Xbox. I never buying a desktop.
Oh.
The portability of a laptop is very underrated.
Disagree.
Oh.
Laptops
It's
are more
overrated.
expensive for their capabilities.
I've had
Big
like
impact.
I've had 3 laptops over a span of 8 years, so yeah, you have to change it like every 3 years, else it just melts.
I've had mine for 3 years and it's going real strong.
Use a mouse.
I never
Randy?
even shut it off either. The thing is a warrior.
Use a mouse, or are you a touchpad warrior?
Fuck a touchpad. Just get a damn mouse
Weakling.
for it.
Yeah, fuck touchpads.
Fuck you all. Closed-minded, ignorant losers.
Good question from Dreamit. What the hell do you play on an Xbox?
Before RuneScape, I played a whole lot of Madden and 2K. Those are my 2 favorite games to play on there. I used to play Madden. I was a top 50 player on Madden for 4 years in a row prior to playing RuneScape. Was really good at it. I sucked at 2K. You know, I was terrible, but I still had fun playing that. But just Madden and 2K were fun. Also playing zombies on Call of Duty. I didn't really like playing online multiplayer, but it's a lot more fun than PC gaming. What do you think?
Or what?
Like, do you guys ever play? Have you guys ever played any
I just play
console
a lot of
games?
Halo, but
I've only ever had a PS1, and that was when I was a lot younger, so not really. Used to
I
rock
played,
out with, was it Twisted Metal? Fucking love that game.
Like I enjoy the nostalgic consoles like Zelda and shit like that. But
Yeah.
just like Ocarina of Time, Nintendo 64, all the Nintendo.
So I used to play.
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't like to play like Xbox One or PS4. I'd just rather buy a desktop and not be limited to a controller and have like everything to my advantage, really.
I played a lot of Terraria, Gran Turismo for PS1, which is the best thing ever. GameCube games, Mario 64 was also good, and DS games, Pokemon, etc., etc.
You know, the thing is with console games, consoles get updated every so many years, and PC just stays PC. You will always be able to play a game on the PC.
Yeah, consoles have
For
to
example,
adapt to the
like
games
Xbox
rather
One, you can't play Xbox 360 games on it. Just
I think that is real stupid, and I think that's just on their part, them just wanting you to have to buy
yes, of course, from a
games
business
more. Like,
point of view, it's a good thing. But
genius business model, really treating the people like shit. The one thing that I don't like after having played RuneScape, seeing like how people do all the QA testing and updates like this, looking at how people like develop like Madden and 2K, they just recycle this same shit over and over again, year after year. It's kind of deterred me away from it though a little bit. And to the 3 or 4 people who have been spamming, I've been we've been talking the whole time and ignoring. Someone said there's no achievement in the construction. You're right. There isn't any. But Vespo is not getting it, and that's all that I cared about. So, shit. That's really all there is to it. I answered it on the last podcast, too, if you would have watched it. Alright, and that'll wrap it up for the 13th Hexis podcast. In the description, there's a link. There's a form you can fill out, any topic ideas, anything like that. And the next podcast will be done in 2 weeks on like May 2nd or 3rd, so look for that. Make an announcement video on when we're going to be coming out with it, probably like the Wednesday or Thursday before. But that'll wrap it up for the 13th Hexis podcast. Thanks for watching.